Let's get ready to rumble.
Boop, boop, boop.
Are you on camera?
Are we live?
Yeah, and he's.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the latest episode of Jerry Springer.
No.
Sorry, it's Maury now.
I was like, are you the dungeon master? You don't get to say that.
What is this Kyle Murray?
Slowly but surely, Corey has been taking over the greeting, and I've just been seeing how it goes.
You should move just a little bit over into the camera.
Yeah. Welcome to another week of Doctors and Dungeon Masters. I am Kelly.
We roll dice.
A PhD student in the English department at UWM, and I'm the Dungeon Master.
I am Morgan Forbush. I am an MA in Math student in anthropology. I can speak words. And I'm playing Titus, the chill-ass elephant man.
Nice.
Eric, Joy, Plan H, PhD.
You have three names. Joy, Waterfall, Aspen.
Joy is the name on my character sheet.
Okay.
Alright, is that the one that's sticking? Because every week I'm changing the thing. So right now you're still Aspen on the intro thing, but we could change that.
Joy, Waterfall, Aspen.
Yep.
Hi, everybody. My name is Corey Hearn. I am a Plan C student here at the English department. I'm attempting to get my doctorate. I don't know how that's going to go. It's going. As of right now, it's going. I'm here. Still enrolled. They haven't kicked me out yet. I am playing Franz the Rogue, and
He has daddy issues.
I think Tomas has bigger daddy issues than me.
I think you both have daddy issues.
No, we
You
both
do
do.
with
Different levels.
Yeah. I think he's a little more neurotic about it.
That's a word for it.
Just saying.
Like a lost puppy.
Can we get a recap?
So we finally, thank God, praise Jesus, we are out of the Feywilds. Then we came across a little boy, and he led me to my
Kind of
dad.
missed a lot of stuff that happened there
I really don't remember
in
much
between.
else.
We went to an inn.
We had some
We
shenanigans.
went to the Goat's Milk Inn.
Goat's Milk Inn. What did we do there?
Hung out. Made friends.
Learned
Painted.
about names.
Painted.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Did some painting.
Found out that if you go up and east and west, you go to your dad's town.
The fact that you're
which is
reiterating
technically-
that is making me think that like we somehow need to remember this.
Well, yes.
But we're already here.
I know, but I was just trying to say.
What happens if we
up
need to go
into
home?
I'm just saying you're equidistant from where like the fork in the road was.
Right.
That is all.
Little boy's name is Paul O'Dano.
Yes, it is.
And
Is his name actually Paul Dano?
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
It is.
Beautiful. Oh, right, because it's O'Dano. Of
Yeah.
Dano.
Yep, of Dano. Oh, we're level 9 now.
Yes, you are.
Oh, we gotta talk about names again.
Yes, more
There was like a
names.
discussion about names.
Yeah, just blowing Joy's mind.
Names are... Ooh, actually it has a nice intersection. So the Adventure Zone just started their new season.
No spoilers.
I'm
I'm
not-
catching up on. I'm like 2 episodes.
We're here to
behind
play
and I
our game of
haven't
D&D.
Sorry.
We can talk about the Adventure Zone in the last 30 minutes.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so
If Kelly lets you.
If
We're in all like weird spots. I'm really wigged out right now.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, normally
over
you're
there.
here, I'm there. and you-
Here.
So something that that I forgot to like mention as you were walking down the road with Paul, just kind of chattering away. Everyone you passed by was like, hi, just waving, being friendly.
Even
and
to
it seemed
centaur
to-
and elephant.
Yep. And it seemed to be
We're
really
nice folk.
disjointed and not aligning with the stories you were getting from the townsfolk down south, who said like it's a bad place, not a place to raise a family. So you definitely would have noticed that
Okay.
on your way up.
I'm scared.
It's being gentrified. Is basically what we're being told. It's the
That
Detroit.
has connotations.
No, I'm just kidding.
Or Milwaukee.
But yeah, so you were all we're here. So just to put where you are into perspective, here's the end of the house over here.
Okay.
Where you're at. Can we get into standard and out of intro, please? I'm just gonna put you all over here. This is where the woodshed was. The / workshop's probably bigger. It's more like this. With the little wood thing here. And there were some stables over here. And we ended with Tomas Sr. kind of coming out of the house and asking,
I'm
Who
sorry.
are these people?
I just thought of Sean Connery.
Does a 26 hit?
Junior.
Pause
I'm
recording.
kidding.
No. Okay. But as that happens, make a perception check, Franz.
Okay. I need perception. I crit.
Okay. I'm gonna let that carry over to some stuff.
Okay.
You realize for some, like, in that moment, because you're used to Goose kind of like being there reacting to everything, but you don't hear him in that moment, and you look down and Goose is not there.
Why are you doing this to me, Kelly?
Because. And
Dean
at
wants
that-
to.
And
D&D
as you
is
realize
pain.
Goose
Heat
is not
check.
there, you hear the pained whinny
Okay.
from a young horse, and as it goes bolting across the field, as I'll say, it gets 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50, 55, 60. So it doesn't take its full movement, but it's actually no, it would because it's a little horse. It can't run that fast yet. You see Goose with its teeth like sunk onto the flank and it clawing away, and it's kind of like taking its meal to go by accident as it's clawing into this young horse for its meal.
Get a Goose.
But with your 20, you hear this kind of like monstrous sound from above, and you see. 1 second, let me pull up an image of it. A gargantuan eagle-like thing with blue feathers. You've never seen anything like this
I've never
before.
seen a bird.
Whoa.
No, you have not seen a bird like this before.
Oh.
It's like eagles from Lord of the Rings.
Literally gargantuan.
That's a big bird.
And it's swooping
Indeed, it's a big
down,
bird. That could probably
looking
pick up
at the horse
one of
for its meal.
No, maybe.
It's like, nah, my kitty's got it.
I'm
But
ton.
yeah, it's gonna, like, you can tell that it's going to sweep, put its talons into the horse with Goose still on it.
Cool, I'm gonna...
So let's. You could do something because you noticed it, but let's roll for initiative just to.
21.
Okay, for what?
For
is that
initiative,
Okay.
yeah.
I wasn't sure if you wanted to do something first, that's all.
I'll do a lot of things.
That's pretty good.
Because I'm Franz the Rogue.
So you got 21.
I got an 8.
21.
Okay, you probably had the higher natural roll.
Yep. Advantage, advantage,
And what did you
advantage.
get?
I got an 8.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, chill ass
So
Alpha
you
Man.
can press that rage
Doesn't move very
button before
fast.
anything hits you.
Very important.
Alright. I like to go with higher natural rolls for initiative, even though that I know that's not raw. But Joy, you're up.
So I see an eagle going for a horse that's got Goose, my companion, on it,
Yep.
and the eagle seems to be going for the horse. What is the person who owns the horse doing?
Yeah,
Right,
what's Daddy Blue Eyes, Purple Eyes doing?
yeah. I mean, right now he hasn't had a chance to respond. He was first concerned with who the fuck are these people. Then he just sees his horse going bolting, and now he's just kind of in the process of making the decision of what to do.
So how high up is the eagle at this time?
It is about 60 feet in the air.
Okay.
Like, so it was, it was 120 feet, but as you were seeing it, it moved down to 60.
I'm going to
So I'm just going
5,
to
10,
use...
15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I have 50 feet
Yeah.
of movement. So I bolt over to the horse to protect it so I can take an opportunity attack. And then I'm going to launch my returning axe. I take one of the axes and I go...
Nice.
And so
I love it.
I'll take my first attack, and I can't reckless these, and I can't Great Weapon Master, so it's actually just my normal attacks.
Okay.
First one's gonna be an 11 to hit.
That will not hit.
The second, that's literally the highest non-natural one, or the lowest non-natural one, and the second one, that's a lot better. That's a 19, so
That
that's
will
gonna be
hit.
28 to hit.
Yep.
All right, and so that will do, and I will bonus action Rage.
Nice.
So.
I thought it was Joy.
Oh yeah, Joy. Yes, it is Joy. I have the table on my phone. So, thing number 7. Until my rage ends, my weapon deals psychic instead of bludgeoning damage. It gains light and the thrown properties with a normal range of 20 and a long range of 60. So now that it's not a heavy axe, but a light axe. Oh, well.
What'd you do?
I should have had disadvantage on this attack, so I'm attacking at range. But can I not have disadvantage because I now have a light weapon made of darkness?
That's fine.
Super cool.
That deals
And
psychic.
it already has the thrown property, which is kind of funny. All right, so my weapon becomes like this shadow, and it just flies through the air effortlessly, slamming into the creature for. Oh, sorry.
Oh my god.
I think you can roll die.
Okay. Blue D12. You won't. That'll be 8 plus 8. 16 damage.
Sounds good.
As it smashes
Dope.
into it, then I just put it on my hand. And it's back in my hand. And I'll take out the axe that never misses.
Nice.
And I'll be ready to protect the horse and Goose. Do I have a free action to maybe grab Goose and throw him on my back?
I would say not so much because you made 2 attacks and bonus action joyed.
Yep,
So
fair
at
enough.
that point, Franz, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm gonna bonus action uncanny dodge aim.
We don't have that yet.
What?
I'm kidding. We can do it.
I can do it?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
What's uncanny dodge?
So
Oh,
under
I'll explain while he's rolling.
Yeah.
yeah. So basically I have no movement, but I have advantage
So
now.
the new Unearthed
And I'm gonna shoot with
Arcana
my
came
crossbow.
out, and it
Okay,
added
at
new
the-
features for every class. There's like
Yeah,
sun as
flying dude.
replacement,
That's
sun
gonna
as
be
enhancements.
23 to
Okay.
hit.
And one of the enhancements for Rogue, or the only enhancement actually for Rogue, was a new cunning action called Aim. And what it
Okay.
does is if you haven't moved yet and you reduce your speed to 0, so basically no movement in this turn, you basically exchange that movement for advantage on an attack.
Oh, that's interesting.
23 damage.
Sounds good.
So I think the idea is like that you're hunkering down for 6 seconds and you're really you know,
Yeah.
taking aim and taking a shot.
Aiming mechanics are in a lot of things. In a lot of
Alright, so
stuff.
next up is Tomas.
Basically like a
Senior,
bonus action True Strike.
who-
Which is how True Strike should work.
Well, maybe not. If you could bonus action get advantage on any attack, that wouldn't be good.
Yeah. But True Strike is pretty terrible.
20, 25,
They could make it
30.
better, like if they had different charges. Like if you had like 3 times per encounter, you can aim
Yeah.
or something.
So what you see is Tomas come running towards you.
You're gonna have to call him Senior, otherwise I'm gonna
Sorry,
get really confused.
Tomas Senior. You see Dad.
Senior.
Just say Senior. Just Senior works.
Okay.
Junior.
Senior
You
and
see-
Junior, or just Senior and Tomas, because I know who Tomas.
Yeah, but I can't even say Paul because there's young Paul and old Paul. But anyway.
Call him Sean Connery. He's senior.
So wait, let me get
What?
this set straight. He named his firstborn son after himself. He made a junior. Then he assumed a new identity and did the same thing again.
Yup. Yep.
My dad is named Carl. My aunt is named Carla. Because Carla was older than Carl. And they're both named after their father, Carl.
God.
It happens.
And he pulls out a small 10-foot thing of rope, and it immediately goes straight up from the ground to the air and opens up into a small space. And he shouts for Paul to come over, and Paul, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then he starts to climb up the rope.
What?
Wait.
This is ridiculous. Just this old man climbing up a
He's-
rope into nowhere.
No, he's getting young Paul to climb up into this little, safe
Oh, I
dimension.
thought he was climbing up.
No,
Is this like a version of Lehman's
Do I
Tiny Hut?
perceive that the eagle is maybe working in tandem with this fellow? Are they allies? Are they friends?
I'm too curious about
I
that.
initially thought that this
Yeah.
was a negative thing that was happening. I was protecting this person's horse.
Well, here's the thing.
16 insight.
When there's a large thing coming down into your, home, are you going to protect the pet or the child?
No, that's fair. I was wondering if this was a distraction that the
Oh.
eagle was a distraction to get Paul Child.
Paul
And-
Child.
Paul child into
Dimension.
into a separate dimension, or if this is or if I'm misinterpreting the events. Because what would Joy be thinking? I guess is what I'm thinking.
Kill the eagle.
Do an insight check with disadvantage because it's.
I
not
don't
your
need
turn.
disadvantage. I have -3.
Still, dude. You have -3?
Darn, a 17. That would have been a 14.
Jesus.
I have -1 insight.
God.
There's a big eagle in the sky. I'm throwing axes at it.
I mean, it looks like it genuinely looks like Senior is reacting to this large thing coming after him.
Okay.
Or after into his territory, and he is protecting his son.
Does he?
One of them at least.
Does he recognize the other two?
I think not enough time has passed for any sort of recognition to happen.
Okay.
Also, bear in mind, he pieced out 15 years ago.
Like, he might recognize Tomas, but there's no way he's able to recognize Franz unless it's that sappy scene from a movie.
Yeah, no, there's no
Where
way
he has
would
the fluffy
recognize
elephant.
Franz.
I mean,
And I would say,
Fluffy
Tomas
elephant.
is probably, ever since he went to the army, he has changed so much. He was probably, baby.
He got
faced and-
swole!
Oh, no, but, genuinely, my cousin, up until he joined the army, was, 5'2", baby face, looked like he was 10, and then he doesn't look anything like himself anymore. So I'm kind of imagining that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
He's got a beard and tattoos.
Next up is Tomas. Our Tomas, and he is going
Junior. We can just call him Junior.
Junior.
because of the
No, but then there's two juniors, so we
wild
can't.
surge that I have here.
He
It
is
turns a
going
weapon
to...
so it has the light and thrown properties. And so what you can do is if you have a heavy crossbow, you have something with the heavy, light, loading, thrown properties all in the same weapon.
He's going
so you take a
to-
shot with the crossbow, then throw the crossbow.
That's so cool.
Take out his
Crossbows normally
longbow
have those metal
Bonus
tips.
action.
And you use it as a.
and,
You just chuck it in there.
attack
Like
the
you missed the first shot.
smaller thing. He will hit for...
That's why the longbows won against the crossbows, because the crossbows took forever to load.
Yes. That's why you take crossbow master.
Yeah, I'm so excited for your the rogue in your other campaign to get that. Oh, that's so nice.
So, is it called crossbow master, or was it called
Crossbow expert.
expert? Yeah. That one makes it so you
And
ignore
it is
loading
looking
properties on
bloody.
weapons.
You can attack twice with bonus action.
But
Not
really nice.
once with a bonus action.
Yeah,
as
that's what
you
I-
are
Yeah, that's what you read, but it
focused
sounded-
on this one.
Okay.
A second, louder, deeper, more monstrous, caw comes out, and you, yeah, and your eyes turn, if this is north, then towards the south, and this eagle is double the size of this already huge ass fucking bird you've been hitting up, and it is going to swoop down.
Would you like
It's
a.
only the
you.
size of a D8.
Or I could do D20. I have bigger dice. There we go.
This is why I need to get big minis to strike fear into y'all. Because anytime I break out the big mini, I was like, or when you do that,
Yeah, I have one big mini and it's like a big ogre, but it's funny. It's just it gets to be all sorts of different things. This is a deep crow,
It's a hare.
Last night it was a stone or was a hill giant. It was actually what it looks like.
All right, I'm really excited to say this. Franz, wait. Oh my god.
What?
1 second. Does a 32 hit?
No, it does not.
Sorry, that was just really fun to ask. It's going to bite you.
Dope.
And the rolling doesn't end on damage. Just keeps rolling oh no.
I'll be fine.
Yeah,
I'll
that'll
live.
be okay. Oh shoot! I rolled a 20 and a 19 on those just stupid fake rolls.
Well, I was like,
32
No.
I was like, oh,
Okay,
see how well
I'm
the
gonna
dice
half
roll.
that.
I rolled them
Yep,
and I got 2
and then
points,
it's
I was
going to try and tell you.
You were the chosen one.
like, you're the chosen one, Anakin.
An unnatural 20.
I'm going to bonus action. Not bonus, do I wanna? You know what? Instead of halving it, I'm just gonna use shield, and I'll take the.
You already said you halved it. Just saying.
Let the DM kill Franz. It's okay. I have.
19.
I am a life cleric. I give all of the life.
Okay, so you get another 19 plus 9.
28.
28 damage.
So 28.
And please make a... Oh, you're you are grappled.
Okay.
And it is going to use most of its movement, so it's just going to take you 5 feet into the air. And you know that it's about to lift off.
Okay, let me know when it's my turn.
Yep. Next up is Titus.
29.
Um.
I need to remember all my magic items.
16.
I need to get
I
winged.
need-
I
I
need to get
also-
winged hooves.
I also need to look at all my magic items. I have 3 of them and I haven't used them.
I'm like, do I have anything that can hit this eagle?
Woof. Take some damage.
So I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I banish one thing, but not banish something it's holding?
Read how banishment works.
Let me. Cause spur of the moment, how am I gonna get the rock away?
Yep, it is a rock.
It is a rock.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So it's
you
one
attempt to send
action.
one creature. Yeah. It's
So I
just,
send one creature within range.
Yeah.
Target must succeed a charisma saving throw or be banished.
Mhm.
If it's not native, so if it's not native to a
Yeah.
plane, it just gets thrown out into the nether
if
realm
you
and comes
if you
back.
banish it, it will not take Franz with you. Or if you banish the other one, it will not take the horse with it.
Well, it doesn't have the horse yet,
No.
right? It's super
I'm gonna
down.
banish the big one that's trying to steal Franz.
Okay. Let's do a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw.
Good luck, you dumb bird.
Titus
you
is
couldn't
just like,
convince
"Be
your way out
gone!"
of a paper
Very
bag.
good. That's a 9. So Franz, you feel yourself get lifted off of the ground, and then suddenly, like, it disappears. Just make a dexterity saving throw just to see how cool you land. Are you gonna use a luck point on that?
Are we gonna take damage?
No,
For 5 feet?
It's only 5 feet.
It's
just,
a 1.
I mean, I think an acrobatics check in that case would be landing on your head, right? Like, you take, like, 1 point of bludgeoning
You just
damage.
gotta go,
"Oh, no, 'cause,
Because,
like,
like, you land the worst
Yeah.
possible way. Because, like, you weren't expecting to just poof at the...
Yeah.
How long is the banish for?
I'm
Let
not.
me see.
I mean, with the nat 1, like, you definitely fall to the ground just straight up on your ass. But I'm gonna say you're able to, like, move back onto your feet, right after. But just for flavor, like, you wiped out and it was embarrassing.
Oh, totally. Like, I got...
The psychic damage is much greater than any physical damage
Right.
could possibly be.
This is the exigence of some deep emotional trauma later on.
And then this one is going to 5, 10, 15.
What's that? Oh, that's the smaller rock.
5.
Okay.
If it tries to fly away, I will punch it with my hooves.
And it's going to
What are you, a monk centaur?
shoot down and go for that. It's gonna get the horse.
How long is it banished for?
A minute.
A minute.
Nice.
All right, the horse
It was
is
much more of a
not
like.
looking that
Shit,
great.
nope.
And what it's going to do, it's going to try and attack you, Joy, with its beak as it's the horse is grappled, so it's doing a flyby and it's trying to like bite at you to try and like scare you off. But is it with advantage? Or no, you
I didn't
reckless,
reckless, so
yeah,
it's just a straight roll.
All right, that's a 5, so that's not gonna hit.
16 is my armor class.
Yep. And, but it is going to fly 30 feet straight into the air.
I'm gonna take an opportunity attack. I don't think I can reckless. It says the first attack on your turn. I think with can I let's just look up the rules for reckless.
If it's
And
a
Corey, can you
turn...
put it on map time?
Oh, yeah.
I
So
forgot
it's a
to-
turn,
Map
so
time.
you should be able to do it.
Yeah, let me just. You don't mind that I'm double checking the reckless attacks to see if I can do this reckless.
So wait, we want... Yeah, cool.
Yeah, so, Franz, as you, like, it's been a rough 6 seconds for you. You just watched Goose, like, bite into,
Just says first
your
attack on
dad's
your
horse.
turn.
Yeah, your turn. So,
Tomas is probably
Does
just
the
like
reaction be your
death
turn?
grip on the reins for the other 2 cats.
well, it's
like,
labeled...
Oh,
no,
yeah.
let
Well,
me...
It's funny. This encounter only happened because canonically, Franz made fun of Tomas
I
for
assume
having them on a leash.
because doing so gives you advantage on melee attack weapons and strength during this turn, but attack rolls against you have advantage until your next turn.
Okay, so it's it has to be on your... It's not a once per turn. It's a
Yeah.
on your turn.
Okay, so I will not use Great Weapon Master. Well, what did I hit it with before? How hard does it look to hit? Just like, is it wearing just like natural armor? Does it have?
It's natural.
I have to decide before. I'm just gonna go to hit it because I
Okay.
think it's pretty hurt at this point.
It's looking bloodied.
Okay, so that'll be a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Awesome. 1d12 plus 8. That'll be 9 plus 8, 17.
Nice.
Okay.
So I take a big swing at it, cutting it like under, and oh god, but it still has goose.
It still has goose and the horse, and it is 30 feet in the air.
Okay.
It is your turn now, though.
Do you have the ring of jumping, or did you give that back to
I
Franz?
never gave it back.
Oh my god.
I specifically told you
I
last
know.
week I still have the ring of
I
jumping,
know.
so I never gave it
remember.
back in character.
Are you gonna, like...
So rude.
I thought
Jump?
about it. She's so spacious. You just forgot that she's wearing the ring. Yes. I'm gonna jump and reckless attack.
I love this idea that Joy's just trying to jump just normally, but then she goes higher because she has the ring. She's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
Nice.
I'm gonna leap up, and so
I don't care how high you're actually able to jump, you're going to jump high enough to get into melee.
and I'm gonna
with
take
this
2
thing.
melee attacks with it. I'm gonna do reckless.
this is
And how
ridiculous.
hurt is it? It looks. You said it was bloodied before I did that 17.
It's still bloodied, it's not on death's door.
So I will forego Great Weapon Master because I think if I just hit it, it'll probably die if I hit it twice. So first attack is going to be a 25 to hit, and the second attack is going to be a 26 to hit.
Yes.
And so that will do 16 plus 4, 20 damage.
Did you add your strength bonus?
I did. I added this. That was with a
Alright.
16. It was 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3. But I rolled a 1 and a 3 on 2d12. Like that's so crappy.
God.
So like I still 20 damage, which is pretty good. But that's not what I wanted.
It is on death's door.
I got it.
Okay. And so can I use like a free action to try to grab Goose as I'm falling down?
As your bonus action with disadvantage.
As my bonus action. Is this an athletics check then?
I'm going to say it's going to be a strength check just to yank
Okay.
Goose off.
Strength
away.
is. I'm pretty good at strength.
And it's
All
going
right, so
to-
that'll be a 7.
That's
yeah.
it.
Well, I mean, I rolled a disadvantage. I rolled a 3. 3 plus 4 is my strength. So
That's how math works.
yeah,
Alright.
that's
Alright,
it. Like
here's-
I'm strong, but I
here's-
can't.
yeah.
I disadvantage.
No.
And that's fair because
All
I'm
right, so
trying to do
here's-
something with like a free action as I'm
Yeah,
swinging
'cause
my blade.
I rolled for the cat,
Mhm.
and it rolled a 13.
Okay.
So
You rolled a
I'll
13 to
let
dodge
you be
you.
the deciding factor. Do you want to miss the cat, or do you want to grab the cat, but it'll damage the horse enough to kill it?
Fuck the horse.
Yeah, fuck the horse.
Okay.
Goose
so,
is my friend.
Yep.
I'm going to paint Goose
Rip-
tonight.
Okay. So
Paint?
You watch,
Oh, I thought you were like paint on Goose. I'm just like, what?
Franz, you watch as Joy just like a flea leaps straight up into the air, rips Goose off of the horse, but while doing that, like it pulls its flesh aside and just the entrails just start like
Dope.
leaking down. It is
Dope.
your turn.
Good thing
Do I land?
We're not there yet.
Okay.
26 to
That'll
hit.
It has 9 HP. There's no way you're not.
I could.
There's no way.
No, I
You
could
have-
have rolled. I could have rolled 6 ones.
Yes, plus your
Plus
dex.
5. That's
Yeah.
11.
Yeah, it is DZ.
Yes.
But
Tell me
that's
how
a
you
1 in-
murdered.
All right, so
the-
these two
36
D12s are
Um,
bad. These are bad
How do I want to
D12s.
do
You
it?
want some mighty 12s?
No, this is the D12.
I wanna,
This one
like-
rolled an
I'm
8 and a
aiming with
9
my
the last two
crossbow,
times. Why
and I'm
did I
like doing
forsake
like
you?
the COD thing where it's like flying, and I'm like, and I point it at a spot I know it's gonna go to, and so it flies into the bullet, and I'm just like,
the shadow realm.
Nice. Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
Next up, here's the thing.
Cool.
You're falling slightly under the huge ass fucking eagle that is also crashing on.
I'm going to just I'm like hiding, like this is just part of my turn.
Yeah.
I put Goose into the owl skull. An owl bear skull that hangs around my neck.
I love it. Next up is
We're gonna be like, "Where's
Senior.
Goose?"
Well, Senior / Paul. Paul goes into the extra dimension space. And he looks around, and he sees the what's it called? The rock falling on top, right about to land like where you're going to. And he quickly points his finger, and you see this white bolt of energy shoot at the rock. And instead of falling down, it just slowly lifts up about 20 feet and kind of hovers there.
Whoa! Like I'm flying with it, and then something What? Wait, I look down. Am I still falling? Like, what's going on?
Oh yeah, you're still falling.
It's a joke
but-
because, like, from Joy's perspective, it's like suddenly it starts just lifting up into the air.
You're Tom Pettying right now.
Yeah, he was more concerned about, like, he just saw you jump up. He's assuming you could get down.
Nice.
He's just worried about the fucking gigantic
I wish I was
thing.
proficient in acrobatics.
And he's going to say to you, Titus, a minute, right?
Yes.
Okay. And next up is Junior.
Junior.
Yo, so I'm just gonna
Which
take
Junior?
Paul off the map. Tomas.
Junior.
And he's seen this before. So.
Oh yeah, he has.
Yeah. So what he's going to do is he's going to go up to here and just kind of ready the action to fuck up the rock.
I mean, you could lay on hands, me brother.
That's true.
Patch.
Yeah, you're right. Actually.
Hey, this is one of the few instances where True Strike would actually be useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the very rare. This is the situation.
How much are
The
you?
situation.
45 points of ouchie.
That is exactly how many points of healing he has. So he will just expend all of that lay on hands on.
He really touches you real good.
He is.
It's a very
Yeah.
touching moment, let me tell you.
Yeah. So I'm going to say we're effectively sort of out of combat. Just give me an acrobatics check on your way down.
I'm gonna set a timer for a minute.
Sorry. That was a good
Well, the
roll.
minute should have started.
6 seconds ago.
10.
Fine. 56 seconds.
Okay, it doesn't
54
feel good,
seconds.
but you land no problem.
You
Was
feel
Goose
a little-
okay?
Goose is okay. But he is not happy about being put in the skull. He is very actively
Oh, I thought it would be
tentacle
cute.
rolling.
I'll take him out and I'll gallop over to Franz and hey, this is Goose.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab Goose like a mama cat, grab him by like the nape, and be like, "No, that was bad. That was bad."
And then I'm gonna.
it's-
I'm oblivious to the
it's
fact.
doing, you know the meme with the cat at the table? It's
Yeah.
definitely doing that.
She's like, "No, don't give me that. Don't give me that." And then I'm like, I'm
so-
starting to point at it like that blonde white woman.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
So
We've got 10 seconds.
she
Oh,
does
Tara,
not
I'm gonna-
understand. So Joy does not understand.
I'm gonna do the circle where if they enter the circle, they get damaged.
Okay.
We have 4 seconds.
It's,
Wait,
it's
no,
an
we have
action.
we have a full minute of
I know.
banishment.
Right, but
I know.
in person.
I set a timer. The
Oh.
minute's up.
I
It's
did
back.
that thing.
Yeah.
Well, I would get into melee range,
Yeah.
or I would talk.
You
to
are
them.
in melee range.
I have
I'd be
cast
like,
spirit guardians.
why is everybody hanging out over here? Like, I need to be told what the heck banishment is. And then I would apologize to Senior.
4th level.
Sorry about your horse, man.
You're just gonna
I
grab
love
the bell
it.
like.
All right, so I'm going to say that we're just going to start at the top of the round.
Okay.
So Joy, what do you do?
Oh joy! It's
Time
Joy's turn.
to smash it up. We're gonna Great Weapon Master. Smash it up. Great Weapon Master. Reckless attack.
We're gonna fuck.
That's
today.
gonna be a
Fuck,
20
fuck
to
it
hit.
up. We're gonna fuck.
The
fuck,
second
fuck it
attack
up.
will be that'll be a natural
Is this our new
19.
niche?
That'll be 23.
Are we the musical
So
D&D
so
group?
this is 18 plus 18, so 36.
Actually, sorry, just one thing.
Okay, yeah.
Tomas would have walked over to the horse and just like tried to spare the dying, but then he's like, "Nah, this is done." And then he
I could
comes
raise
back.
dead.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyway, I just wanted to
All
let
right.
you know that happened at some point.
This
Okay.
is
He
what
tempted.
this is what Great Weapon Master's for. So 36 damage before I roll the dice,
God.
and then 2d12. So that'll be plus 15. So that'll be 51 damage. That was
Jesus.
hitting 2 Great Weapon Masters, which is a -5 penalty.
Nice.
Feels so good as I just
Should feel good.
and just rip into it with the axe, the wild axe
Nice.
specifically.
Franz, it is your turn.
Oh, does rage only last? My rage would have ended. So
Yep.
Would you bonus action rage?
yeah, I have to keep up the damage, and so
I imagine that's what you did with your bonus.
yeah, I haven't
Does an
used, but
18
I
hit?
need to get a new wild surge effect.
Right. Oh yeah.
That's 2.
All
2
the
is
triggers.
I teleport 20 feet to an unoccupied space I can see. Until my rage ends, you can activate this effect on each of your turns as a bonus action. So I teleport
just-
20 feet
you're
away,
just
then
like
I
a
rush
blink-
up and I
You're
hit
like
it
a blink
anyways.
dog, like.
But now, now I can. So now, if it flies up, jump,
Oh, yeah.
bonus action, teleport, smash,
Love it.
fly away.
Sorry, Franz. What was your
18?
damage?
No, there's 18 hit.
Okay. Yep. It does.
Booming blade. That's shitty. 4, 8, 12, 15,
You're just like,
17,
yes.
22 points of damage.
Nice.
Because that was shitty. All 2s and 1s.
Is it your
next
goal in life
up
to get more damage than the rogue?
is Senior.
No, I don't really care too much about that.
And he
I
is
just like
going to.
it's real metal to like.
You watch him.
take the
He's just doing a lot of
disadvantage
finger
to really
pointing.
smash
So he.
I just see he's going like.
It really is like that sort of thing. Like it's just like it's very second nature to him. Like I think that like he is probably the person that you have like ever seen who used magic so comfortably.
Mhm.
So it's very just like go.
I feel like he's Tim from Monty Python going.
I think Joy uses magic very effortlessly. It's practically she doesn't even think
True.
about it. It's just happening. She gets happy as she's smashing things, and then things start happening.
What's this?
I don't know if that's
Die.
comfortable
Yep.
though.
Yeah, that is. For 1 second.
What a surprising turn of events.
4, 8, 15, 18. Okay. So 1 second. Math is hard.
It is.
Math is extremely hard.
Alright, so he just points at this crackling bolt of like fire lightning, smacks it right in its face. And next up is Tomas Jr., who's going to bonus action. Aim. We'll hit once.
He's a level 2 rogue.
Mhm.
Oh wow! I
Yup.
thought he was just level 1.
And misses the second time. And he's going to Divine Smite it.
Yeah, fuck you, bird.
Divine Smite and Sneak Attack.
Yeah,
Yep.
I love it.
It doesn't sound right.
Rogue Paladin is, with actually that bonus action, makes it a very interesting multi-class.
16.
But also, it would be really hard to
Does the
characterize
I wonder
it
if
and
they-
roleplay that.
Does the bonus action name just account for the first attack you do a turn? I'm assuming.
Yeah, only the first attack. And he hits it for a good amount. And it's starting to look bloodied, but it still has plenty left in it.
Don't forget when the rocks turn, he's gonna take damage. If
It
he
is his
doesn't.
turn.
Ah,
What
makes
does
a
he get?
saving throw. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Well, 1 second. Probably not its strong suit.
Wisdom's pretty good for most creatures,
True,
like beasts and
He's
stuff.
a
14.
he's an eagle.
Yeah.
What's he saving against? Mine's 15, right?
8 plus your spellcasting modifier plus your
12.
proficiency.
Your
for
proficiency
you it's
just
15.
went
So
up.
it's 15. Yeah.
Okay, yep. So it does not save.
Take 3d6 of radiant damage.
Nice.
Oh, right, my spell
Oh
save
wait, no,
just went
it's
up.
a d4.
My spell save just went up.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Also, it's not d6, it's a d8.
Yep. My save went up too.
Wait.
It's 15.
Mine's 16.
Well, not all of us can have +4 to our thing that gives us the DC.
Meh.
16?
Mine is
Nice.
con though. That's the nice thing about it. It's like
Right,
not like
11.
my wisdom or something.
That's
Yeah. 16.
Nice.
Like I don't mind getting my con up more.
Okay. What's it gonna do?
Fly away.
Yeah, it's
Bye.
definitely going to use the disengage action.
Okay.
And then it will take damage.
12 damage.
Yep, that's fine. And then it flies.
And then, of course, we all get opportunity attacks.
Nope.
Nope.
Because it took the disengage, action.
disengage.
You said 12?
Actually, 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Sentinel makes it so creatures can't take the disengage action on you. So
Yeah, so
he
you
might
can-
be able to hit still.
Yeah. Oh, and if you hit, then it doesn't get to move.
Yep, I get an opportunity attack with and disengage, and if I hit it, its speed's reduced to 0.
Oh, man. Let's see it.
Wait, why do you have advantage on
I
this?
don't, I'm just rolling 1.
Oh, okay.
He just wants to feel.
Nice, that's going to be 25.
That'll hit. Oh, man, this rock is ready to, like, bolt. And
you
You
just-
stab its foot so
it
it
didn't
can't
take
go.
that.
No, it
cold
wouldn't take. It
damage,
would
no.
not take the booming blade. That's 13, 17, 23, 20.
Tear the muscle on one of the wings. Just like,
Oh.
I
29 damage.
can't fly
Nice.
now. Or at least for like a second as it's like, because
Titus, it is your turn.
It's still there, right?
Yep.
Sentinel is so good.
Now the
Man,
question is, do I
that would be
want-
good. Like that's a good combo actually. Like your
Mhm.
area of effect spells and you stopping them from moving.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I thought it might be nice to get Sentinel and Joy.
Guiding bolt.
From part for that reason.
That's 46.
50 feet of movement and you can't disengage.
Oh,
Like,
no, this thing's fly speed is 120 feet, so it would have booked it.
Where am I?
Also, you would have been dipped if it like
Oh,
Too.
well, I had one way out of it. I had the boots.
That's true, because you would have occupied the space.
Mhm.
Oh man, that would have been good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I'm
guiding
sorry you
bolt it.
couldn't use that.
I mean, banishment's a lot more funny.
Yeah.
And you just.
Because of what that's like when the span of like 3 seconds, we're just like.
Yeah.
I'm guiding bolting it.
Nice.
Wow. I got it. 12. Unless you
That
get
will
advantage.
not do it.
Unless you get advantage. Then
No,
I'll
no.
roll.
You would have that's 9 plus 3 plus 4.
Oh, right, because of proficiency.
Yep.
So it's like 15.
That'll hit.
Hey.
And that means whoever attacks next has
Actually,
advantage.
16.
Which would be
16,
joy.
Because your proficiency is now plus 4.
That's true.
God, I love the sound of dice.
Right.
8,
Clickety clack.
10, 12. And I don't get anything else to that. So, 12.
There's so many like nice sensory things about D&D. We can talk
Oh,
about that
should we?
later, but like.
Oh, I should
Mm.
cast it at a higher
ASMR.
level than level 1. I should have done that. I didn't do
Joy.
that. I didn't say that I was doing it.
Joy, you're up. You have advantage.
It's a level 1 spell.
I have
46.
advantage regardless.
Anyways.
Why do we have advantage though?
Guiding
Guiding
bolt.
Guiding
Oh.
bolt.
You can hold your turn and give me the advantage.
Yeah. I'm going to
I don't know
bonus
if Joy
action
would do that. but-
teleport on top of the rock.
Nice.
And
How does that work?
to like
It's-
weigh it down.
it's
I weigh a
That's true.
ton,
Yeah.
right? So like
But
hopefully
here's the thing, it's literally gargantuan. It could carry
Yeah.
like 7 medium-sized creatures.
well I teleport onto its back and I'm just gonna I can't get extra advantage, but so I'll do the first one.
I'm gonna say you'll get +2.
Oh, flanking. Our
Well, no-
flanking rules,
Yeah,
but
I mean, it's more for you're on top of it and it looks
plus
really
2
cool.
you said? Alright, so I'm still gonna do Great Weapon Master and I
Style
have
points.
advantage.
Mhm.
So that'll be 13 plus 15 plus 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Alright. And so that'll be 10 plus 8 plus 18. These D12s like to hop around. 26 damage on the first blow.
Nice.
And then I will do another. I'll just do I'll go reckless, and I'll do a reckless attack with Great Weapon Master. So that's not even gonna be a
That's
9,
terrible.
a 1 and a 5 on a disadvantage. So an advantage. So the first one kind of goes, and I kind of try to dig it further, but I don't do any more with it, and I've used my bonus action to teleport. So with that, that's my turn.
Franz.
Man, having +9 to hit now is just so nice. That's gonna be 28.
Yep.
I love that. I love that I was able to use these weird wild magic surges to do the crazy stuff. I could have jumped on it, but that wouldn't have been fun.
Blade.
Teleporting. That's
10.
cool.
So many ones today. I do not like it. 10, 14, 17, 19, 24 points of McOuchies.
Nice. What's its HP? God, it is. I mean, it's not on death's door, but it ain't lasting this round. Probably, unless you all beef it.
I mean, we very easily could.
Tomas Senior gets ready to finger gun again.
Finger gun.
But then.
Anyways, I started blasting.
What? Yeah. Pretty much. He's all set to cast another spell, but there's a small, little popping noises, like loud popcorn in a tin can sort of thing, coming from the house, and baby cries, and he immediately bolts
So I have a
in.
very important question. So
Yeah.
if I look like Paul Dano, not Paul O'Dano,
Mm-hmm.
but Paul Dano the actor,
Yep.
and Tomas looks like Daniel Radcliffe, what does Tomas Sr. look like?
Sean Connery.
Well, he doesn't look anything like either of you.
What?
Well, no, because the genetics don't work that way with. Well, you'll find that out. But
Yeah, of course the
neither
genetics,
of
I
you-
don't know how the genetics work.
Yeah, but neither of you, none of his children look like him.
Are we test tube babies?
None of them.
I mean, he's an artificer.
Oh no, you're. Oh well, I mean, you were at least naturally born because that's how your mom died. But
Yeah. Couldn't get out of that one.
yeah. But no.
The test tube was the womb.
But I mean, you would have known at this point that all of the arcane artificers look the same. And most of them have had children, and it's kind of you would have gathered at this point that if the arcane artificers have kids, the kids tend to take to look more like the genetics from the partner.
Okay, the mom.
Yeah.
Madre.
But some of them are female artificers, so.
Yeah.
But yeah. Next up is Tomas Jr. Who's
So,
go
for
ahead.
the female art, because they all look the same,
Mhm.
I have a lot of questions about artificers. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Let's just keep going.
But just, like all of the arcane artificers have tan skin, bright purple eyes, and white hair. But Tomas Sr. shaved his head. So he is...
Cool, bro.
That is all.
He is a bald.
Tomas
Jeff
Jr. is going
Bezos.
to bonus action
Jeff
aim.
Bezos shaved his
Ew.
head?
Jeff Bezos does
He will
not have
hit.
hair.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't.
Actually, he's going to save his Divine Smite because he knows that this one is probably not much left for the world.
Okay.
I'm just thinking of I have a
13
prototype in my head of rich white
Don't
Don't
billionaires.
be forgetting that sneak
And
attack.
they're like a weird amalgamation of like Zuckerberg and
Get zucked.
Bezos and Elon Musk, and they're all like
It is
combined in my
very
head.
rare.
And that's my prototype of a rich
I
white
got
person right
Elon
now.
Musk's hair, Jeff Bezos'
Okay.
chin.
So,
And the robotness
Tomas
of
Jr.,
Yes.
first
The lack of
attack, he
facial
gets him
expression.
right across the neck, and it's gasping for air, and then he just drives it straight into its throat, and it is now done.
Cool.
I'm still on top of
I
it.
then
You just like
There you go.
I turn to Goose and I'm like, have at it, buddy.
Nice. Yeah, and the other two, who have been like, so I think Tomas like has the cat's like leashes tied to his belt, so they just kind of follow him everywhere. So they've been like chomping at the bit, ready to go. But then, he looks to the rest of you, looks around, and then he looks up into the air where Paul's just kind of like looking out of the extra dimensional door.
Is that like your treehouse there, buddy?
And Paul goes, no, this is the space where no magic could come in, and I could close it so people can't hurt me.
Sounds like a treehouse.
Can I collect?
People could go into tree houses.
Did you have tree houses? What was the city?
That was
full
really
of
cool
trees?
to watch.
Yeah.
Are you like soldiers or something?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Oh.
collect a jar of the blood of the thing to put into my painting supplies.
Do a nature check or a survival check.
Okay.
Sorry.
I mean,
I'm not
Sure,
very good at either of
best
those
thing, I
things.
guess.
We're not a
8.
tool of the state,
Okay,
if that's your question.
I'm going to say you definitely get like a jar of it, and I'm sure Joy doesn't mind, but like your hands and arms are just covered in blood.
Nice.
So, yeah.
You're like metal.
Yeah. So you're like, what's the word? Mercenaries?
Oh, we don't make money normally. So,
Speak for yourself.
Me?
we're adventurers.
I
Oh.
just
okay.
chop wood, and then I chop things that are living.
Bad things, right?
Yeah.
I help people. I heal people. Speaking of which, does anyone need healing?
I'm actually Gucci.
Yeah, Tomas, he goes, oh yeah, I got it. It's all good.
Well, if anyone needs healing. I didn't even cast my spiritual weapon last time. I'm a bad cleric. Didn't drop a weapon. Didn't drop a giant boulder on someone.
Anyways, Polly boy, just hang out up there. I'm gonna go talk to your father
Perhaps caution is in order.
regarding.
Did you see his finger guns?
I mean, did you see my finger guns? And I'm like, pew, pew.
But he's
I don't-
like,
I go,
I'm
what,
sorry,
why
what's
was it
going on?
Here? The birds are dead. I want to show. Like everyone's like just kind of like interrupting him, so he's like, I don't get it.
Wait, what?
Do you know my dad?
Why do you guys being so weird?
Do I know your dad? I mean, do you know your dad?
That's a weird question.
I know. Do you know him?
Yes.
What's his favorite color?
And he thinks, silver.
Really? Because his eyes are purple.
So
I don't know. It's a bit suspicious.
my eyes are brown, but my favorite color is blue.
What was the
My favorite
name
color
of that
is
creature?
What?
silver.
What was the name of the creature we just killed?
Rock. R-O-C.
Just rock. Okay.
We're not driving on
Blood
rock.
of rock.
Nice.
Blood rock. That
mean-
sounds like a magic card.
What's your favorite color?
Where was your dad born?
I feel like Franz's favorite color is red.
Is it? No.
I haven't thought about Franz's. I'm
Maybe
partial.
it used to be.
He's just like, I think it's red.
It's like I'm very partial to pink right now.
I do like one of these, and like I just get blood all over my face.
Tomas, he's like kind of
So
having a rough
are we gonna
time,
like eat this
but
thing?
he,
I'm
like-
No, the
hungry.
goose is already.
Yeah, he
I
pulled
don't
out
think
a
your little
rag.
kitten can eat the huge eagle.
Is it eating the huge? All three of them eating the huge eagle.
They're having at it, but I mean, it is literally gargantuan. Like this could feed like 10 people for a week.
I mean, if you want to like start like butchering around their chomp marks, go for it.
And Tomas, he hands you a wet rag, and he goes, "Oh, you got something."
Yeah.
No, the paint that stays on all the time.
No, the blood.
I just take down his hand. I'm just like, he's gonna strike fear into the heart of his enemies, heart of her enemies.
Maybe we need that. Paul, you're not afraid of that, right? And Paul looks over to you, and no, I think it's pretty cool.
Would you like some paint on your face?
Paint or blood?
What's the difference?
I've got
Well,
paint.
Paint is like for art. And,
Right, fumes. I
and-
get it. It's
and
toxic.
blood
We
is
should use blood.
unsanitary.
But it's fresh.
I'm gonna go ahead and Titus. Oh wait, no.
And he'll kind of climb
Tomas,
down.
can you
from
help me like get this thigh off?
We're just saying it like, hanging out with the rock.
Yeah, he and you would notice like Tomas is actually like kind of like he's not getting cold feet necessarily, but he's having a difficult time kind of thinking of what he wants to do. So chopping stuff up seems pretty good right now.
Alright,
So
so I'll
give him
take
assist here.
advantage on the check.
I'm gonna.
That'll be 17,
Yeah, you get like a solid amount of
and I'll like
actions.
start
You get-
getting
you get
all
the,
the.
You get the best meat too. Like you've
Okay.
never seen this creature before, but you've had enough birds to know what good parts are in the bird.
All right, so I get the thigh, and I'm gonna take out all the feathers and stuff, and get ready to cook it over like a flame or something,
Like in this guy's front yard.
or something. I don't know.
Hey, little guy, where are we gonna cook this?
Maybe you could stay for dinner.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I gotta cook this.
He's asking where. Where could he cook this?
It's real big.
I mean,
Do you have like a fire pit?
No. But
Could we build a
have, like,
big
an-
hole in the ground and have like a giant pit?
We need like a
Okay.
bonfire.
Perhaps he should go ask his father.
Dad might get mad if we just start digging holes in the yard.
So yeah, we
I
should
think-
start digging holes. You want to get to it? I think you could like
No,
we could really make some legway.
No,
Do you have mold
we
earth?
We shouldn't make him mad.
No.
Oh, we will make a mess. It'll be nice and tidy.
You're gonna fill it back in when you're done. Are you making a hole for the fire pit and then like turning it into a grave? Like
We could fill it up. No big deal.
Titus will go and like take child down.
okay, yeah.
He'll just be like, come.
He'll go. Okay, I'm gonna go inside and let Dad know you guys want to stay for dinner.
I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna go meet this wonderful host that is your father, welcoming us into his home.
Can I
Titus looks
fit?
at
Can I even fit in the
Tomas like,
house?
I don't know. You want to try?
Yeah.
I'll just get this ready.
And I'll start digging out the fire pit and getting everything ready to eat for dinner.
Okay.
We're gonna eat good
Ty-
tonight. Maybe there's some plants or something inside.
Oh, don't worry about me. Titus will stand outside. He won't go inside because it's not his business, but he's also like, I don't want to kill anyone.
I'll say that you are
Still unaware of the familiar relationship. Joy.
Oh, yeah.
We're just at stranger's house. They got attacked by eagles.
I guess Titus actually doesn't know who this person is, but at the same time, he's like, I feel like
Yeah.
people know this person.
Yeah. So are you walking inside or are you having Paul get Dad outside?
I'm going inside.
Okay. Then Tomas is definitely following you in. So just gonna
Wait, did they heard baby cries? Did Paul say he had a younger?
Yep.
Oh, he did say he had a younger brother, son? So now there's 4 of you.
There's too many
Yeah.
of us.
I wonder if he's trying to make another artificer so he can control them and be more powerful.
God. So
I think you keyed in on it.
one second. You
Oh look,
walk in.
there's Black Widow.
Yep.
Black Panther, Black
Natasha.
Widow.
I did it on purpose. Where's Paul? Where'd I put him?
Spider-Man.
Where's Spider-Man?
Spider-Man.
He's somewhere.
I'm looking at him.
Where? I can't see him. There he is.
If I stare at it long enough.
Yeah. Okay. And I'm just gonna make this the baby. Actually, no.
Wait.
Does the baby have purple eyes?
You can make a perception check.
It's over 20.
It has brown eyes. So, you walk in, and Tomas. Okay, he's still barely keeping his cool.
Who's this lady?
That has Tomas ever described what your mom looks like?
No. I probably know very little about my mom.
Okay.
Is this my mom?
No. So
I'm just thinking like
you see a woman with brown eyes and brown hair, just kind of hastily trying to like pick up like all of these broken glass and things that fell down at some point during the battle. While Tomas Sr. is just finishing calming down this baby that looks like it's like ready to cry. It's got like that scrunched up face. But when it sees you three enter, like it like was ready to cry again, and then it like sees new people and like the eyes kind of go wide, and it's just like staring, trying to like, who the fuck are these? And Tomas Sr. Will look over to you and Tomas Jr. and go, oh yeah, so that was something.
Yeah, does something happen often to you? That's quite strange. Just a couple rocks coming down.
I don't think Franz would know. So you would how would you describe them if not rocks?
big ass birds.
Big ass birds.
Well, they're normal around these parts. They're a terror for the horses. Your weird cat.
Yeah.
Made my horse fly. Now I got
One less horse.
horse.
Yeah. Sucks.
I mean, I ought to charge you for it, but I mean,
I ain't gonna pay.
you. And Tomas Jr.
Like he like says like
Oh,
under your
God.
breath like that. What?
And Tomas, he doesn't have money. He's 15. And Tomas Sr. will go, well, if you had let me finish, I was going to say you took care of a big problem. Those birds were giving me a bit of trouble, so I figured fair's fair. You took care of a problem for me. I won't make you pay for the horse your cat killed.
Cat was hungry.
And you should probably feed it more.
Well, it's now full.
And he'll look to Tomas Jr. and go, see your kid or something? Just laughing at me asking that, but has a mouth on him. And Tomas just shakes his head. And then he like looks to Franz, just kind of unsure what to do.
So that was some unusual magic back there.
Which one? Have you not seen much magic before? I mean,
No,
you
no.
got a horse person that just has it emanating off her. You got a, cleric with
No,
you
no,
that-
I'm talking about the way you use magic. It's very strange.
What's your surface level thoughts right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Like, regarding
I'm gonna
what?
kill you.
Yeah. Just like what is Franz thinking right now that with detect thoughts are surface level?
Okay. Franz is probably thinking right now that he is trying to get him to admit that he is an artificer.
Okay, make a wisdom saving throw.
That's not bad. That's going to be 19.
Okay, he's probing deeper. We gotta go deeper. 1 second.
He's Inception.
Do I know that this is happening?
I'll look it
Let
up
me
while
get this.
you
Yeah,
while you,
it's
while you
detect
do.
thoughts. So what is he going to do?
Thoughts. He's going through your library and trying to find
an
artifacts.
insight into its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind. So,
Kill the father.
yeah. So
Franz
what's-
is not thinking that.
Yeah, but what's the reasoning for the question about why he wants him to admit that he's an artificer?
Well, Franz is just being a dick.
Okay, so
It's one of those things where it's just like, I know who you are.
and you don't know that I
Yeah.
know. Okay, cool. And then how's Franz feeling?
sassy.
Okay.
He's sassy.
And what is the biggest thing looming in your mind right now about this situation?
It's just a big WTF.
Okay.
It's just,
Yeah.
Based on the wording, I don't think that there's any way that Franz could conceal that he's thinking about this person being his dad.
yeah.
Right. Okay. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
like what looms large in your mind is that you came
Yeah.
here to see
Right.
dad,
Yeah.
right?
And then would Franz know that he's being probed?
Uh,
Actually, you would be.
there is nothing in here that says that they know.
Oh,
So
you did fail your wisdom saving
I
throw.
failed or passed it?
You fail.
yeah, but if you
Oh.
fail a scrying,
Damn, what the fuck is his save?
if
It's
you-
big.
if you fail like
Oh,
if you
it's
fail
possible, but
Right.
if you fail a wisdom save, like it doesn't. You don't have to know that you made a wisdom save. For instance, the scrying
No.
spell.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so what I'm
Yeah.
thinking is he's failed his wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
So his brain did not pick up on any anomalies.
Yeah.
That's what I would- that's
either
how
I don't know if this either way the target knows that you are probing into its mind, and unless you shift your attention to the thoughts of another creature, the creature can use this action on its turn to make an intelligence check contested by your
Oh.
intelligence check. If it
So I
succeeds.
do know.
So you do feel something suddenly grip your mind, like something's like in you.
I'm just gonna.
Faith Force, baby.
I'm just like, we don't need to play this game.
and he is very tense now. He's piecing like it together, and let me just see if he's able to piece together that like Tomas is Tomas at that point. And he will go, yeah, you're right. We don't have to play this game.
No.
So, and he'll.
So why'd you try to drown me?
I mean, not Franz, Paul. Like he just like looks up to you immediately, and the mom also like looks to you as well, and then looks over to the husband, and he'll go to you. This might be better for another space.
No,
talk."
if you're gonna try to get into here, we're just gonna make it out in the open. Cause and effect.
And,
I mean, I'm here because you tried to kill me when I was a babe. You're gonna try to probe my mind. This isn't how we're gonna act now.
see, you don't get to call the shots.
I can call whatever I want.
Actually, Tomas. Oh, do we not have sound?
No, we do.
Oh, okay.
I was making it omnidirectional because right now it was picking him a lot louder than you.
Oh.
Gotcha. Tomas is going to reach out to you, and go. Let's come back on this, Franz.
Come back on what? He doesn't want to be cordial, so I'm not gonna be cordial.
And Tomas Senior will go. I mean, you come here trying to get information out of me. You're strangers. I didn't know who you were until I probed. You can't blame me for not being entirely trusting of your intentions.
You know, you could have asked.
You're right, but
You
why
didn't.
ask?
You didn't.
Why ask when I can do magic?
Because now I could just be a
Actually,
huge
not
dick
even.
out to your entire new family. That you tried to kill one of the sons of your previous marriage.
Let's just see how the. Do a persuasion check.
Oh, awesome. That's gonna be a 20.
Okay. The two, Paul and the mom, both don't know what to make of you. Like they rolled pretty high on like their believing Tomas Senior role. So even though you are pretty convincing, they're not swayed. And actually, the mom is going to walk a little bit towards you, Franz, and go. You seem upset. Maybe you should lay down for a bit.
good, thank you.
I heard you. And then she's a little taken aback when you talk back to her, and she goes, "You don't talk back to adults."
Well, I wouldn't know this because he tried to drown me, and I've been an orphan pretty much ever since I was born. So that's on him.
And Tomas Senior is going to kind of just put his hand up to his wife and shake his head. And he'll turn back to you and he goes, I'll make you a deal.
A deal?
Yeah.
A dealio.
We sit in another room away from my son and my wife, and I'll tell you everything you want to know.
Let the centaur and elephant come.
We could go outside to your friends if you want.
You talk about over the pit roast.
It's just, I don't think it's right for you to be disturbing my family this way.
Okay. I want to hold my brother, though, while we talk.
Which one? You got 3 in the room.
The one he's holding.
Who would let me
He...
do that?
Oh, man. When you say brother, Paul goes, oh, they don't know what it is yet. And Tomas will look down at the baby and go, sure. And he'll walk towards you. And he's still detecting thoughts at this point, so if you plan on attacking, he will know. Do you plan on attacking?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So yeah. And he passes that, and then he just starts walking out, and he tells, and actually, he turns, to his wife, and he just says, stay. And, okay. And she just stays there. And
So he's walked out now?
yeah, so he's outside.
Okay, I'm just gonna turn to the wife and say, you might want to get out while you still can.
She shakes her head and she goes, I have to stay.
I know, but when you don't have to.
Alright.
And I'm just gonna stare at my sibling.
Mm-hmm.
Hand them over to Tomas.
Oh man.
Baby handling check.
He's crying. He's just like I had him roll like a con check to see, but he's tearing up a little at it. And he leans down to say something very quietly to you. And you know, like, you might be thinking he's saying something about, like, you know, the baby, or maybe, like, it's just like when, you know, you were first born. And then he says, they're mind controlled by him right now.
I know.
And he leans back and nods. And he's not sure who, at this point, the baby would be safer with. And he goes, should we give them to Paul?
We'll hold on to them for right now. I just want to turn to the wife one more time. What's their name?
The
babe.
The baby?
Mm-hmm.
And are you asking the wife or Paul?
Whoever's gonna answer, I guess.
They both go, we don't know yet.
Okay. Then walk outside.
And actually, Tomas gives you the baby back at that point. And you walk outside, you see, you two first see Tomas Sr.
Hey, we're making food. You want some?
I love it. And then
I dug a
Franz with the baby. It's squirming a little. Do a perception
Animal
check
handling
for me.
check?
No, just a perception check.
Okay, that's gonna be 25.
They're rolling
Okay.
so well.
Not plus 11 to perception now.
So, has Franz ever held a baby before?
Has Franz ever held a baby before? Shit. I'm gonna say probably in the orphanage. Yeah, he probably has held a baby or two. Yeah.
Okay. So, but it's been a while, so, like, you remember sort of, like, and I guess, like, in the orphanage you were at, they didn't really teach you how to, like, handle a baby properly, so long as it just wasn't, like, dangling or something. Yeah, you kind of learned by practice what upset and doesn't upset the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And you start holding the baby in a way that it doesn't like. Maybe you're just holding it a little too tight. And it starts to fuss, and as it fusses, you feel this sort of, like, crackling energy from it. But as soon as you, like, loosen your grip, the energy dies down, it calms. But you could tell that there's some sort of, like, magical essence to it, or to the baby, anytime it's unhappy or unstable. And so yeah,
I'm
you're
gonna scratch its chest.
like a cat. Goose's dagger eyes at you and the baby right now.
Goose, I'll get you later. Go help with the rock.
Yeah, I think at that point he goes off to the rock, and the other two Tomas is keeping close on the leash, and
Titus walks over and he's like, "Oh, there's a child. Oh right, you did tell us about a child. Why are you holding it?
I don't know.
I mean, I could hold it if you need.
And
to.
actually,
fine.
I guess Tomas will go over here just to make the kittens like stop pulling at the leash to eat the rock, but he's keeping a very close eye. And Tomas Senior will go. So, introduce me to your friends.
Hey.
This is Joy, Waterfall, Aspen. Or is it Joy, Aspen, Waterfall? Did we agree on an order?
You can call me Joy.
Joy.
I'm Titus.
Yeah.
Titus. And he's actually.
And that's why Ash isn't here.
What?
And then we have another person, Ash. They're not here.
Oh no, he's
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Yeah.
He pieced.
And Tomas Senior looks to you, Franz. Actually, no, he'll look to Actually, no, he will look to Franz, and he'll go. So, did you look for Tomas, or did Tomas look for you?
I'm here just playing with Jaina before I get her ready for bed.
Oh, that's the one I know. Hi, Una.
Hello, hello.
That's really freaky.
Yo, I know. Yo. Yo.
Sorry, what was the question again? Who did we?
Who looked for whom?
We just happenstance, coincidence.
That's pretty vague, Franz. A little more specifics would be nice.
I'm telling you,
great effort to keep this one out of your control.
Apparently, you have mind control now.
we fell upon each other. It was coincidence. It was happenstance.
And I
The
think
world
that's
isn't always directly under your control. Things can happen randomly
Yeah, like
and
eagles.
coincidentally, like eagles.
And I'll say at that point, like, I mean, Detect Thoughts would have ended after a minute, but,
Yeah.
like, at that point, he was able to get a good enough grasp to know that, okay, yeah, shit can happen.
Really?
And he'll look to Tomas again, study him, like, he's, like, kind of, like, judging whether or not, and he's, like, completely stone-faced, you can't tell.
Mhm.
But you can tell he's, like, just definitely judging Tomas right now, kind of sizing him up. And then he looks back to you, and he goes, so, what's it going to take to keep you out of my life for good this time?
Because I was given a choice before.
We're just moving through. I don't.
Sorry.
We'll be out of here in like a couple hours.
I believe this is the daddy issues I was discussing.
Oh,
Here,
man.
can you talk it a little louder? We'll let you
Humans-
So they're
humans are
whispering.
like
We're
all-
whispering.
Humans are like all related,
No, just these ones are related.
but like, what's the chances that we just run into the dad?
Well, this is the quest that they were going on.
We're here for this.
This is the end goal.
I'm going to say you're not involved with this one.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh,
We'll just let them talk, and if swords come, we can do swords.
what-
Also, meat, if you wish.
yeah, let's keep eating. Popcorn.
Yeah.
The best food miming ever.
What did you do to my brother?
And
Which one?
he looks and he goes, I mean, not a good enough job, that's for sure.
No.
Um,
We were told that you were kind of like the runt of the artificer community.
oh man. And he laughs and he goes, by whom?
A little fucker named Darius.
He looks a little kind of like he has a kind of visceral reaction to that name that he doesn't like go into depth about it, and he goes, "How'd you meet Darius?"
You know, again,
Happenstance.
happenstance. Fell upon him.
And
He was working with the Inquisition, and
the those guys.
yeah, and now Darius is no more.
Yeah, he's looking real happy about that.
I mean, you can tell probably by my boots.
And he starts. He goes, "How long ago did you kill him? I assumed you killed him."
Yeah. God, a couple months ago.
And then he just starts cackling at that, just genuinely tickled. And he goes, "Those don't work now." You don't know much about artificers, do you?
I know I can kill him pretty easy.
Not all.
Not all. Darius was easy.
Yeah. That's because he used all of his big magic real quick. And didn't leave him with much after that, so I imagine he sided with the Inquisition because he knew how little power he had.
And look at you, just hiding in some podunk town in the north.
Yeah. I don't want any part of that life. It's why I left Vara, why I tried to have a family in Taizhou that you ruined. And then I tried again.
What curse did I bestow upon you?
You killed my wife.
Yeah, I was pretty good. I'm pretty effective at killing things.
I know. That's why I want to know what it's going to take to keep you out of my life, so you don't kill anything anymore.
I think you need to let your family go. I don't think you're supposed to have a family.
And he goes, that's not an option, Franz.
It was an option for you before.
Yeah. But it's not an option now because I actually like this one.
I'm sure you like the fact that, you have full control over them. This isn't a family. This is...
It's a backup.
Backup. It's
Yeah.
a backup.
Yeah, your mom was the only one that I never needed to use my powers on.
Maybe you should have. Maybe she would have been alive if you would have.
Oh, man. He keeps his cool, but just barely. You can tell that you definitely struck a nerve. And he goes, "Well, maybe you're right, but you don't get to call the shots. I'm not letting you hurt me, my family."
There are forces stronger than you that desperately want your family.
Who?
Fae folk.
I'm a fae folk.
Yeah, I heard about those Fae. They'll take any human's babies.
No, they will. They want this one right though. Right?
Not all fae.
They want this one in particular.
Why?
Probably the same reason you're trying to keep
wanna
having
absorb
children.
truth.
You don't want a family. You want something else,
People
I
are aware
imagine.
that something's not useful.
No, Franz. I want a family.
No, you want whatever power this is manifesting inside this child.
No, I definitely do not. In fact, I am actively working to try and stop the child from causing havoc. It nearly killed. And he pauses. He almost says the name, and my wife.
Yeah, what's your wife's name?
Doesn't matter.
It matters right now. You said you'd tell me everything if I came
Everybody's
outside.
got like weird names. Yeah, what's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
wife's name? Wait, what's your name?
And then and he almost says Paul out of habit. I'm Tomas.
Oh, that's that guy's name too.
Yeah, humans do this weird thing where they name their spawn after themselves. It's an ego. He's all about his ego. He's not a choice now.
And he's not denying that bit.
Can I roll insight
Yeah.
to see if he's actually trying to help the baby or if it was like a...
Yeah.
Insight. Hey, that is a 26.
Yeah, you are very certain that he is just kind of frazzled with the fact that this baby is just surging with magic. You could tell that he's being truthful about that. Like, it was like, fuck, like, what do I do? I have a baby, I was gonna have if it's already hectic enough and now it's magical too. Like, fuck me.
Okay.
So, sorry, the wife's name, and then you said, and then he goes, call her Jaina now.
Wait, did she have a name before?
Doesn't matter, she was a nobody before.
I mean, everybody's somebody.
Did you take a prostitute?
Like, Tomas's mind is kind of like, I mean, he is being incredibly silent. I mean, one, because, like, as a DM, it's not fun to, like, have them interrupt at all, but, like, I also think it's in character for Tomas to be, like, just kind of, like, inner turmoil, keeping it cool, because if he reacts, then maybe Franz is going to react, and he doesn't want that.
How did I do it? How did I kill my mom?
Whoa, you killed your mom.
Yeah, long story.
Sorry, did you actually ask that?
I just come on was like, did you take a prostitute?
A wanderer. And he looks and he goes, in childbirth I didn't have the magic I had after the meteor. I wasn't able to heal her the way I was able to heal my current wife and he gestures to the baby in your arms. And he goes, I did everything I could. And instead of having a family of 4, got stuck with you.
What happened to Tomas after the mother died?
And Tomas Sr. lets out a super heavy sigh and looks over to Tomas and then looks back to you. And at this point, he's talking to you because he knows that you are demanding attention and you are volatile. He knows that he can steamroll Tomas. And he goes, stop listening to me, obsessed over this. And he, when he says this, he talks, he gestures to Franz. And he goes, I tried so hard to save Tomas, to let him have a life, but he would not let that kid go.
He
was just a child.
has
And
a
Tomas
life.
is a big brother. I understand that you guys have familial connections like that. In my tribe, or not tribe, I guess my clan, we had the elder mother, and then we had, the brothers that were all connected, and it's how we worked. It's how families work.
Well, my family works a little differently than your clan. Titus, was it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I can tell you mean well. But I don't think that this is a conversation you're meant to interrupt. And he'll,
Titus is like, I'm just trying to help.
That was kind of mean.
yeah.
You should be nice. We're making dinner.
Titus kind of goes like, I apologize if I offended you. Like, about emotions
And,
to
he looks
Franz
to you,
and Tomas, not to Tomas
Yeah.
Senior.
Yeah. And he'll look
I feel
to
like what you're doing is
Franz
standing
again.
over
He
a
goes,
fire and just turning it yourself.
you've got friends that care about you. Why stick around and hurt yourself in a place that doesn't care about you? You should go.
Because my entire life, I've only have a life because of my brother, whom you set him down a really terrible path. Worse than I've went down.
No, I didn't.
What is your end game?
I just...
Why are you having these families?
Because...
Why are you having these kids?
Because I want
How
family.
fragile
kids.
are you that the only way you can have a family is if you control them? Tomas and I were only able to live our lives when we were free of you. This isn't living. Paul, whatever this baby's name is going to be, your wife, this isn't a life. This is not even servitude. It's a lie. It's a facade.
Well, it's a life for me, and I was really quite enjoying it before you stepped in.
Yeah. You know,
maybe if you could do what I do, you'd see things my way.
I can do a lot of things. No thanks to you.
It's fine. Can I have my kid back now?
What's their name?
Don't know yet.
Why don't you know yet?
Don't know what it is yet. I want it to be a boy. Blue Jay, and you would know that Blue Jay was like the nickname that he had for Jaina. Blue Jay wants a girl. Who knows?
Are you really so petty? To get revenge on a baby? Was that what that was? Was that why you drowned me?
And he thinks for a while, and he goes, "It's not pettiness. You deserve to die. You still probably do for taking the one good thing I've ever had in my life." And I don't know.
What about Tomas?
And once again glances to Tomas and back to you, goes, "He was good until you were born, and then he was no longer my son. He became disobedient."
He never stopped being your son. I'm still your son.
No.
You can disown me, but your blood is in my veins.
That's fine. But I'm sure I'm not the only one who I'm sure I'm not the only one here who believes you can choose your family and get rid of them when you feel like it.
You can't get rid of your family. They follow you around in a herd. Or you get trapped in a circus.
That's what you're doing. You're just herding your family around like elephants. I had to choose a family because you left me without one.
It's what you deserved. It's better than what you deserved.
It's been...
Can I detect evil on Franz?
Yeah, what sort of evil are you trying to...
I'm just... So Tomas is like painting him out to be this bad guy.
Detective?
I'm going to detect evil on Franz and be like, are you evil? Or
Technically,
are you
you don't cast it on somebody, though. You just get to see.
I will
good or
cast it, and I will see what I see.
Yeah. Here's the thing. As far as Tomas Sr. goes, I don't think that he's necessarily evil. Tomas Sr. I would say he's a very neutral character.
Okay.
So even though he's doing pretty fucked up
I was
things,
meaning more for Franz, because you keep saying Franz.
You're gonna see.
Yeah.
But you look at Franz and no, nothing. He's just a normal person.
I'm 15 years old.
Yeah.
15 years old. I'm just a teenager.
You see the elephant just kind of looking at you like,
You know,
he doesn't seem evil. If he was evil from birth, you'd think he would be evil.
I was a baby.
Unless you're going by the Catholic standard, then all babies are good.
and he'll go, "That baby killed my wife. There's nothing good about him."
Like,
Maybe
okay,
does he
so
look
like
like
I
me?
wasn't born, and like stuff.
You were poofed, right? Just poofed into existence.
Yeah, basically. But like,
Did you, like, grow up, or do you just, like, poof in this current form?
But like one time, I was like out in the forest, you know, and I was trying to find something to fight, and I came upon this family of boars, and there was a bunch of little ones, and then there was a mom, and the mom was dead. And but I didn't look at the little boars and say, well, you guys killed the big boar. You know, that requires something big and heavy like an axe. Like, they just, you know, sometimes things die. And then you eat their kids.
And,
It was poignant up until the end.
He looked like Tomas Senior's just like he's entertaining you because he promised to like answer and like talk so long as like Franz would just like not bother him, and he was staying quiet for quite some time, and then you do get a little chuckle out of him, and he'll look to you. He goes, "I guess there's some good that came from this visit. I got to meet some of your friends there.
You got some joy."
I love it.
Zing.
And he goes, "You got 5 more minutes, Franz, and then I'm going to."
What will
But
you
the
How do
food
you
isn't
go?
going to be done cooking in 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're
It takes a while. to
Paul
cook
invited
something
us
this
for
big.
dinner.
Oh man. And he goes, "And you think Paul runs the house, Franz?"
Paul does run the house. Indeed, Paul does.
What will you do with the babe if you can't contain it?
Well, I can. I just need a few more days.
A few more. What do you mean a few more days?
How old's the baby? How old does the baby look? Does it look like
It's like
TV
3
baby
it's
or
like-
like young?
It's like
baby?
3 days old.
Okay,
it's
so
like-
young.
Are
baby.
you going to
Yes.
drown the baby?
And he
He's
goes,
prone to do that.
"Not this one. You don't know much about artificers. We get to make things, and we can imbue spells that we know, things that we know how to do into these objects, hence the boots. And so long as we are alive, they work. But after we die, that magic's gone. It lasts, a day to 2-3 weeks at most, depending on how powerful the artificer is. So those boots of winding path, they're called. They're not working anymore because Darius is no more by a few months' time. For the baby there, going to make a little charm, and it'll sit on a necklace or a bracelet or whatever is fitting for a baby to wear. And any time it's going to cast some sort of magic, it won't.
But
And Arcana check.
Sure.
17.
17.
When he starts talking about magic, I'm going to.
He's talking about counterspell.
I'm going to cast.
Tap 2.
I'm gonna
Counterspell.
use my lingering magic, and so you guys see it's just like a little bit of steam starts raising off of like kind of the back end of the centaur, and basically I can tell anything that's magical around me.
Okay. He is going to.
I'm basically casting detect magic.
Yeah. And he sees you doing that, but he's not able to tell what it is. And what are you doing?
Huh? What? I'm just thinking about magic stuff.
Do I see anything magic on him?
He's lighting up like a fucking Christmas tree. Like
You're really
everything
magical.
on him is magical. And he goes, "Yes, I make magical things. It would make sense for me to have magical stuff."
Huh. Is there anything else I noticed that's magical around?
I mean, the baby every now and again, like, it'll, like, make a quiet fuss, and you just see kind of, like, a little, like, nightlight kind of flicker.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's not, like, super magical. It's only small effects.
Mhm.
But here's the thing. Make an Arcana check with advantage.
Natural
No.
20.
Nice.
A 20 and a 1.
20 and a 1.
I love when that shit happens.
Jesus.
You can tell that this baby has the same sort of wild magic that you do. It's not a barbarian, but
It's a sorcerer.
I'm gonna approach the baby.
And Tomas is just gonna insight you. Yeah, he knows that you don't mean it harm, right?
Mhm,
Okay,
no.
he knows that you don't mean it harm. So
So, like, when were you fighting a beholder?
Oh my god. You asked the baby that? Or Tomas Sr.?
I'll say it out loud as I'm kind of starting to touch the baby as face.
Humans take a while to develop speech. They can't talk back.
Oh. I was just born with it, or made with it.
You could say born. I feel like it's appropriate.
So this thing's got, like, my magic.
And Tomas Sr. nods, and he goes, yes, it's quite inconvenient. If you think a normal birth is hard, try birthing a baby while it's on fire.
I seem to do just fine.
You're multi-class no warlock, right?
Nope.
No.
He's arcane trickster.
Arcane trickster.
I don't think it's right.
The baby?
What? No. Baby's cool.
Baby's cool.
Is this a baby from, like, The Incredibles?
It's
Sort of. Like, it's a wild magic baby. Like, that's what it is. And every time it cries, shit happens.
I don't think it's right to, like, make it so it can't do what it was made to do.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it could never use magic, but until I'm able to teach it how to use it responsibly and carefully, just as I'm teaching Paul, I'm not going to let it burn the house down in the middle of the night.
Did Paul have a necklace?
No.
Okay.
He is not a wild magic child.
He's not a wild child.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like just because we didn't like RP out the whole walk home, like Paul would have talked about how he learned this like new, he calls it like they have the language for magic here. So he said, "Yeah, I learned a cantrip that like makes stuff get fixed really fast. I could like if I tear my jeans, it'll sew itself back up, stuff like that." So you would know that he has been taught some magical skills from his dad, but also he likes the magic, but he also doesn't like having to build stuff for his dad or with his dad.
When Paul grows older, will he be able to leave?
Wait, I'm sorry, one more time?
Well, when the young one, Paul, when he's grown, can he leave?
Well, if he wants to, that's how life works. You have your children, you raise them, and when they're ready to go, you let them go.
Really? You don't seem to abide by that at all.
Well, with this one, I mean, that was the plan for our family, but you ruined that. So this is.
What about your wife? When can she go?
Oh man, he's
asking
not even
the hard questions.
Yeah. And she does what I want. She's happy.
I know. I got that. She doesn't look happy. I think you make her. You force her to give the face of happy.
She was, like I said, she was a nobody before me. She was nothing. She was.
And I was somebody until you made me a nobody. You're very good at this.
Wait. So what's going on with the lady in the house?
Oh, he's basically mind controlling her.
Well, that's like really not right. Does she want to be mind controlled?
I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, people usually don't want to be mind controlled, but in this situation, it doesn't matter whether or not you want to be mind controlled. It's kind of bad you're just doing it in general. And in fact, that he has to mind control her means that she probably would normally do stuff that he wouldn't like.
Like I said, Franz, I'm going to give you 5 more minutes to answer anything you want. I'll even let you say goodbye to your brothers. And actually, he will say brothers because he wants the baby to be a boy.
What's with this guy and brothers, man?
But then after that, you are leaving my family alone.
How do you change? I thought human babies were born with a certain sex.
Well, things get complicated sometimes. And he's not gonna show the baby's bits off, but he would describe that it's kind of a bit of both, and they don't know what to do with it.
So how are you gonna make it a boy?
Just say it's a boy. Give it a boy's name. Teach it to do boy things.
What are boy things?
This is getting problematic territory.
It is. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
I don't. What? What?
What are boy things?
Building things, setting up shop.
And what's girl things? Serving you?
No. Learning, going to school.
What was her name before you made her into my mom?
I don't remember.
My insight.
Wait, so like your mom was mind controlled too?
19.
I thought you said it wasn't mind control.
You can't tell whether or not that's true or not. But for like, you have no reason to believe that like he's. I mean, you don't trust him, but
Yeah.
he appears to be telling the truth.
So you're just gonna live out your days in this wooden hut, hang out, cut wood,
Yep.
beat rocks, or giant eagles?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't go searching for the eagles, but when they come down and threaten my family, you know,
Then you eat.
then you eat.
Speaking of which, we're gonna have to stay for longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah, again, Paul invited us.
And I am uninviting you.
Well, Paul's gonna be really upset.
That's fine.
I mean, I
You
don't
won't
bother
remember?
you. You can like go inside. I just gotta finish cooking this.
Yeah, we're pretty invested
And
in this bird.
and when you say, he does say, like, I'm not sure if you heard him, but when you say like Paul's gonna be really upset about this, he goes, that's fine, he won't remember. And then he'll like, he's kind of like, not what's the word, he's like nudging you, like he's trying to egg you on a little with that one because he knows that like that upsets you.
I don't know what I can do to make
Seems
you
like creepy.
to make you care about the people you force into your life or force out of your life. And I thought I could. I thought I could come here and I thought I could get... No, I don't know if I was coming here for closure. I think maybe Tomas was. You stole a lot from him.
Tomas, I do regret.
Regret doesn't matter, you did it, and you've done nothing to make amends, so your regret means nothing. If it makes you feel bad, then I'm glad that it makes you feel bad, but that means diddly squat now. I don't know why I came here the more I sit here and talk to you, but I do know that I'm glad I came here because I can do some good here. I can do some really good here in a way that I never thought I could do good before.
And what's that?
I can give these kids a life that I never had.
And then, is that like, so is he, would he like, okay, he's gonna insight. God, what is that? That's a 26.
Okay.
It's higher than that. So what do you mean by that? Because Kelly's not sure. So when you say that.
Oh! I'm gonna go take Paul, and we're gonna leave.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like, you're gonna have a happy family and then leave. But no,
Yeah.
okay.
I thought it was
Okay.
we're gonna kill you and then
I know,
make
yeah.
dolphins, and I was like, wait, but if
Oh
they're make dolphins.
And Tomas Sr. Is going to go, I'm not going to let you hurt me anymore. And you are very quickly going to learn the pain that you caused me.
You know,
Wisdom saving throw.
Is he doing some?
It's innate. So it doesn't require material. It's verbal only. So I will say that with your
I detect magic up.
Yeah. So you would notice it once it's been said in a way, like as he's saying it, because it's the verbal only. So.
Well, I'm gonna take my hand off
Yeah.
the steak that is cooking the thing, and get ready to fight.
Yep.
If
I don't know
see
about you,
harmful
but I'm
management.
feeling 22.
Nice. Okay.
That might save.
That might. If that doesn't
Yep.
save, I literally have to roll a
What's
crit.
Plus 11. Yeah, it should be 21 if I find just because I watched you make this
Alright.
character.
Yeah, you're gonna have fun with that. All right. I mean, nothing happens. As he says.
And then
it,
I'm gonna
you
say, and I'm not gonna let you hurt me anymore.
Let's roll for initiative.
Fucking baby in my hands.
Yeah.
24.
Okay.
Please don't be
You can
shitty.
give Titus the baby. He'll just cleric it up with baby.
Yes.
9.
21.
1 second.
You and I.
So what did you get? I got a 9. I got a rock.
Who had the? You had the higher natural, so.
Oh, we had different numbers.
Oh, sorry.
I had 21, he had 24.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Joy. Sorry, there's so many names.
Joy.
And I'm going to roll for the baby as well.
Roll for the baby.
Yep.
I mean,
He's
Yeah.
trying to save you.
Yeah, they're over here. I think that's everyone. Yeah. Okay.
you can move the rock off the board just to,
I guess it does make sense that I would have high initiative since I saw
Yeah,
the
we'll
magic
say
first.
yeah. Okay.
just so it's out of the way, so we're not like, what is it with dice?
Yep. Okay, Franz, you act first.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Throw the baby to me.
I was so worried we'd kill a baby and then I would be sad. But Joy would probably be fine with it.
Is there any place I can hide behind?
There is the gargantuan.
Body of the rock.
The rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, if I were to... I'd obviously have to make a roll for it, but I could, like, get out of sight.
Yeah. I'm going to move you all back a little bit just so.
We're more in the center of the thing.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to attempt to hide behind
Security.
the rock.
So you can. The only thing is you are next to Tomas, Senior. So you.
Oh,
will
I
have
thought I
opportunity-
moved back. I was moving back when I was making that
Okay,
speech.
then that's fine.
Yeah.
So then, yeah, if you're over here.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Do you want... So you start getting to the rock, but it's over here.
The bonus action dash.
I need to hide.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
I could undo that, like, movement if that changes. You could also probably... There's like, stables as well. Like, there's...
I just need to get something I need to get behind.
Yeah, then
so,
you can get
just,
behind here.
Yeah, give me that
Yeah, I
30 feet of
forgot.
movement over there, and I'll make a attempt to hide.
Yeah.
I have a plus 13 to
Yeah,
stealth
it's
now.
over here. Yep.
So that's going to be 27.
He rolled a 2.
Okay, so he cannot see me.
He cannot
He
see.
cannot see me.
Not see.
Okay, I'm casting invisibility.
Okay.
So now me, the baby,
Uh-huh.
nice and invisible.
Oh my god.
It's anything that I'm holding.
Yeah, that's true.
So that is my action. That
Just
is
a
my.
floating baby. Like,
I know.
woo!
So that was my action.
Yeah.
That was my
Movement.
bonus action to hide
Oh,
and
yeah.
movement. So now I am. Did I use all 30 feet of movement?
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, I'm now invisible, hidden. Can't counterspell me.
Okay. Joy, you are up.
I'm not going to take out a weapon. I'm going to move into melee range with the
I'm gonna go
hostile
use the
thing.
restroom.
And I still am unsure of what this is going to be.
Mhm.
I'm going to hug him.
Okay.
I'm going to try to grapple, so I'll make a grapple attack.
Okay.
I'm recklessing as
Okay.
well.
Reckless.
Oh, and I'm gonna rage. So the first one is really bad, a 5 and a 4. So that's only gonna be a 14. The second one, come on, dice, you guys do it. That's a lot better. 23.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay, so no damage. But he's grappled, and I need to do my rage effect.
Mm-hmm.
7. I think we have hit 7 before. 1
I
second.
think that might be the teleportation.
Nope, that was 2. Or
We had 7.
Shadows Weaver on my weapon,
Yeah.
and so it has both my weapons have the thrown property. That one stinks because I have a throwing weapon, but that's what it is. Okay, so my weapon blows up, and I am joying,
Nice.
which actually would mean I think I don't need a reckless to have advantage on those but I have advantage on all strength checks and stuff now. So I'm holding him really tight, and I'm like. hey man, like, we don't like have to fight, but you can't do like crazy magic stuff. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Next up is Tomas Jr., who is going to, he is still very conflicted about hurting his dad.
Mm-hmm.
He saw Franz duck behind there, so he's going to bless 1, 2, and 3. And then he's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 go look for you and just not see you.
Yeah, and have fun getting past my 27 stealth.
Yeah. Next up is Titus. What do you do?
Keep him on lock. Did you hit him?
No, I'm
Me?
reading something.
Yeah.
I didn't attack.
Oh, what'd you do?
I grappled.
Oh, did you do your magical effect for the wild magic?
Yeah,
I did.
was
It
the,
was
like,
my it was a throwing weapon. The worst one because I have a throwing weapon
I'm
now.
gonna bestow curse.
Okay.
Ooh!
Nice.
So I'm gonna cast it. Do I have a 4th spell slot? I do. Oh, that's my last one. That's fine. I'm gonna use it as a 4th spell slot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up to 10 minutes instead of just up to 1 minute.
Nice.
Love the story. It's one of my favorite spells in the
And I
game.
don't. I kind of want to.
Oh,
I
we did the
make
grapple rules a little differently. If you want to redo it, it should have. Actually, I don't need to reckless. It should just be a strength contesting strength check between us. If you want to redo that,
No, for this, it's too much to wreck.
it would still would have been really high.
Yeah.
So he is grappled.
Speed is 0.
He's grappled.
Speed is 0, and
Here's my question.
yeah, that's it though. Just speed is 0. He's not restrained.
Okay.
So it's like I'm just grabbing him and he can't move. And to move, he has to beat my.
Does Titus understand that we are going to attempt to kill him?
I mean,
Titus has
Joy
to-
doesn't understand.
I mean,
that,
you
so-
just saw Franz run off with a baby. Anymore would just be, above table meta talk.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a curse where you we're gonna do a wisdom saving throw first.
Okay. That's a 19 on the die.
Oh, he probably.
This is why we
He
need a
saves.
plus
Your
one.
He saves.
15,
Yeah, he saved.
unfortunately.
Yeah.
Does that waste the spell then? Does that use the spell slot?
Oh, cool! I can move him around. I didn't realize I had 45 feet of.
Okay.
I had.
Because it was an attempted cast. Like, you cast the
Okay.
spell. And
I
it
just
just
had-
didn't work.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know spellcast. I'm like making sure things.
No. Yeah.
Uh,
It's confusing.
It is the baby's turn. You just bolted with it. I need you to roll an animal handling check on it
Fuck
to
yes.
keep it from crying.
Okay, luck point. A lot better. That is going to be, you said animal handling?
Yeah.
Cool, that's an 18.
Okay. Yeah. You definitely needed that luck point. You
Baby
you hear it
stealing
like
time.
fussing, and making noises, and you're like, shit, like I'm invisible. This is a surefire way for them to hear me, and you like do your best. Like you actually remember from the visions when Tomas was caring for you as a baby, and you copy what Tomas did specifically.
In the future, if I ever get counterspell, can I call it counter cry? Where if a baby starts crying, you'd be like, no. Jingle, jingle, jingle.
Definitely. Next up is Tomas Senior, and he teleports. So he's there, and then he's not.
He's a blink dog. He just teleports everywhere.
I can't see him,
Nope.
and he's not in my hands.
He is not.
He
in
didn't go like invisible.
Yeah, he literally teleports.
And I'm used to teleporting, so
Franz, just because you might see something and you have high perception. Actually, you know what? Everyone is able
well,
to.
he's technically hidden.
Oh, I
So-
have over 21. I have 21 passive perception.
But
now.
you're hiding behind a wall, right? If you're hiding, how can you see?
That's
Okay.
true. You're hiding behind a wall.
But I'm also invisible, so I can still, like, do that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the whole thing. But, yeah, just let me know what I
Just,
might
just a
Yeah.
perception check.
17.
-1.
Okay.
21 passive perception.
Okay. You see just for the briefest moment, Tomas Senior pop inside the house, and then immediately he casts invisibility on himself and Paul, and they are both now invisible.
Okay.
So you know that I'm just putting them over here so that you know that this was the general area they were in. And then the mom is still just literally staying. Franz, it is your turn.
I'm gonna use all 60 feet of movement to just.
Crash
Right.
through the door.
No, I'm running away.
90.
Okay.
90 feet of movement to just. I'm bolting. I'm going back to the Feywilds. I'm going in that direction.
Okay.
So
Joy.
you know how you were angry about the slave trade? Yeah. You're just like, I got the baby.
You're giving the baby to the slave trade?
No, he's just like, oh,
No.
you're kidnapping children. Let me kidnap my own children.
No, I know. I just know it's a safe place where they can.
Baby stealing time.
Yeah.
Baby stealing time.
Yeah.
What Franz is thinking, just in
Uh-huh.
case like it gets
Like,
cast on him, is like this. He doesn't trust the Fey folk,
Mm-hmm.
but he knows they're more helpful right now than the dad to the livelihood of this wild magic baby.
Okay.
So Franz is like, that's at least a safe space to work out what he needs to work out.
Okay.
That's literally his like thought process right now.
Okay.
And he's actually saying under his breath, he's like, if you guys can hear me, because you said you could actually watch me, now would be a good time to pop up.
Okay. Next up is Joy.
Okay, so like, this is weird.
I'm unsure of the motives of anyone in this party now, except for you.
How cooked is the stuff on the spit?
I would say it's like medium rare.
Perfect for you. I'm sure.
But it's poultry.
Yeah.
You it has to be cooked through.
Yeah.
If it was pork, we could definitely go for a
Does
medium.
Joy know
But
that?
Joy.
Joy doesn't
also,
care.
Yeah, Joy also prefers raw. So.
I'm gonna pick up the spit,
Mhm.
and I've got all my other stuff on me. I guess
You
it's
can't. You also
time
can't
to
see
go.
the thief running away. No,
I also
the
don't know
thief
why I
running
would go
away.
in the house.
That's true. You just like we're just looking at each other like.
You could delay your turn because Tomas Jr.'s action might.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
I'll hold my.
Do you want me, as I'm running off, to just like make a
Okay,
stealth
hold
check
the
to
spit
see like
and
how
run.
well I'm kind of like
I've got the thought.
sneakily going
I don't think so because you are literally invisible.
for an hour?
Yeah. And I think Tomas, like, he knows you're somewhere, and like, cause he's seen you do this sort of shit before. So he will say, meet us at the crossroads. So like, just kind of at some point, just like, cause he doesn't know where you're going to go or what's gonna happen. So, that's what they're doing there.
Does
and-
Tomas seem behind this initiative of stealing babies?
You can't tell, but
Okay.
you can see it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Franz is just gone.
Wait,
Yeah.
he's
What?
going towards the house?
Yes, because he knows that the mom is under mind control. So he cares about the mom.
Can I ask a weird question that
What?
Franz would have no idea of knowing?
Uh-huh.
Did he like alter this woman to look?
No. The
Okay.
mom.
No, he's
this
just like
woman
Christian Grey.
happened to
He's just
look
finding
like so much like your mom.
Okay.
And like Tomas, like that's what he noticed like right away. That
Okay.
this like. This
Oh,
woman
that's so
looks
sad
much-
for him. Oh, because Franz has no memory whatsoever,
Yeah.
obviously. But
Yeah.
that's so fucking sad.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm
Okay, so
stealing
I'll
this.
take my turn. So I see him. He's not using his action, or what's he doing
Well,
outside?
what he does at that point is he uses his fancy new dispel magic spell, and the invisibility that Tomas Senior did for Paul and him goes away. And I would say because like he's looking through the window right now, and you would see through the window that as he's casting it, Tomas Senior and Paul go from being invisible to suddenly popping up.
Okay.
Exactly.
Gotcha!
Pretty much.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And I'm gonna say you just crash through the window, like
Do you-
it's a window, like, and you are a large horse person.
I am a large
wanted
horse
to.
person.
Crash through it, you can. You'll take
That would
some
be
slashing damage
so-
from the window, but
so
I'm saying that's
cool.
an opportunity if you wanted to go through.
Do it. That'd be so cool. Think of the entrance possibility here.
Well, what I was thinking is that I just want to grab the nice child and run.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm also the mom. I'm also really mad about that. I'm going to...
I mean, I think Tomas would yell, like, he's like, you get one, I get the other. He, like, 'cause
He
he's a
yells
captain.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll go for Mom.
Okay.
I want to just get her on. I want to get her on my back and then run. So.
Okay, so you used 20, how much?
I already have used 30 of my 50.
Okay.
But if I went to here, I would have used probably 5 less.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
I'm just gonna say
25.
wherever it is you burst through the door, just make a strength check.
Advantage!
Nice.
I have advantage. That's really good. 22.
Oh yeah, you burst through it. I'm gonna say there's a good 15 feet to get to her. So add 15 feet. And you haven't used your action, so you can bonus action dash.
Oh, no, I can't. I'm a
not a bonus
barbarian.
action. Use your action to dash, to move if you wanted.
I want to get them on my back so that I can run really, really fast.
So then you would need your action for that.
Because I can't just grab them and like run. I
Yeah,
have to.
and actually let me. Oh,
Unless you were a centaur rogue.
let's see.
Centaur
What was your initiative?
21.
I actually played with a centaur monk. Broken. Very broken.
That would be so much fun.
He also died a
Oh
lot.
my
but Very
God.
broken.
What?
I rolled 2 nat 20s on that dice,
For
and
the
luckily
two.
it was for their initiative, and they.
Oh!
Yeah, so glad that wasn't a fucking attack roll on you. I mean, that sometimes critting
Oh
on
my
y'all
God.
is fun.
I
but,
just imagine mind controlled lady just punching centaur in face.
um,
Just like.
but yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. What were you gonna do, Eric?
I will move the 15 feet.
Uh-huh.
Will she get on willingly? So I can use my action or not?
I would say yes because like you didn't get to this, but we'll resolve it later.
Okay.
Like,
She just jump. Like I turn, she jumps on the back, and I'll bonus action dash 50 feet away. So that would be 35
he is going to
feet.
get an opportunity attack. And you're going to have to strength contest because he's grabbing Jaina right now.
Advantage.
Yep.
So glad we have a barbarian.
Fuck.
That is. Oh.
Wait, these are the bad dice. Why do I roll these? These are the good dice. God damn it.
Can you roll your good dice
What'd
to
you
see what you
roll?
would have gotten?
Or what? I rolled 7 plus stuff. I would have been an 18, yeah. 11.
Okay. I'm going to say you don't get to dash away, and she's actually going to. Oh, okay. So, here, because I was doing it against you, but it really should have been against her. So I'm going to say that you lose 10 feet of movement in that struggle.
So we move.
But you move 40 feet
15.
away.
Yeah, 40 feet away. So that's like.
15, and then.
Oh wait, that's a thing. I really take up 2 spaces.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Cool.
40.
That's
So
actually
it would have been 40 feet. So that would be 25. So 10. It'd actually be more like here.
And it's Paul's turn, and he's going to start running after you because you just took his mom. 5, 10, and he falls. No.
He falls and rolls 20 feet through the wall.
He's
Free movement.
Yeah. So yeah, what happens is I think Tomas, he used his reaction already. God, this
I'm
is
gonna
awful.
say room for 2.
Yeah.
Room for 2 rounds.
Yeah, actually because he already used his reaction. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and he's gonna 35, 40, and he's not looking to get on you right now. He's looking to try and pull his mom down, but he used his dash action to get to you. Next up is
Yo, Titus, put him on.
Jesus. Tomas Jr.
What am I doing?
Oh no, wait, that was all with that. So
Yeah.
next up is Titus.
Yes.
Next up is me.
Yep.
I'm going to cast Guardian of Faith at level 5.
Nice. And do what?
It's gonna go by next to the centaur.
Mm-hmm.
Because he can teleport. I was gonna put it just like in the doorway of the house.
I can't
but he
teleport
can
right
teleport.
now.
No.
Oh wait.
No,
Oh.
he
Senior.
Oh,
can
okay.
teleport.
So
I'm gonna put Guardian of Faith right next to you.
That's like a giant elephant with a sword and a shield appears and with your holy symbol above it, ready to strike.
Yep.
Right. And that's
And
oh my
he's
gosh,
not gonna
how much
hurt the other-
freaking damage does a
Oh.
level 5 Guardian of Faith do?
A lot.
It's like an auto just damage. It doesn't even like. There's no save or like anything.
Nope, it's just auto damage. Let me look it up.
God, it's so good. Fucking clerics. God.
So I'm going to say that those two aren't hostile to me, but Tomas is definitely hostile to me.
Okay.
Because it is hinged on hostility. But I don't think they're hostile to me right now anyway.
Can you determine the hostility?
It just says hostile.
Okay, so like, because I think
Hostile goes both ways. Not all cops. What's the not all gamers? Not all what is
Not
that
all
mean?
men.
Not all men.
hashtag
Yeah.
not all men.
Hashtag not all creatures.
We're now a meninist.
God.
So any creature
No.
hostile to
Stream.
you that moves to a space within 10 feet of the guardian.
Okay, so he's not hostile to you.
Yeah, so I assumed it was just Tomas that is because they don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I just do that. I keep going back to it to look at how much damage it'll do.
Next up is Tomas Senior, who
It doesn't actually do anything at a higher level.
Oh, then you just cast it at the third level, right? Then.
he
Yeah.
looks out the window and sees what's going on right now. And he just touches himself and goes invisible. And then that's that. We are to the baby. Animal handling check.
That wasn't a roll. That's gonna be 15.
Okay. Yeah, you're having it was a closer call, but you're able to keep it, from crying again.
Cool. So another 90 feet.
Yep. Joy.
Okay, he's so little. I'm so strong.
Yeah.
Can I just like free action grab him and run?
Yeah. And I'm going to say at this point you're all out of combat.
Okay.
So, Tomas he stays for a while. But then he realizes that like he needs to get out of here because he is alone and he doesn't know where Dad is and he's quite intimidated. And he turns and sees you all retreating, and he dashes to.
He can do 90 feet of dashing. I can do 100 feet of dashing.
Yeah. Well, he can only do 60.
He has bonus action, cunning action.
Right. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that. So yeah.
Titus, though, you can't move more than 60 feet per round.
No.
He's just lagging behind, like, oh, gotcha.
Well, I do have the guardian fate, so I could just like hang out until he
Yeah.
comes towards me, and then if he does come towards me, because he's probably not gonna come.
Well, that's still, even if it did all of its 60 damage, I don't think it would kill him. And that's the danger.
Yeah.
Titus, you gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
We're ditching.
Okay. And Tomas, when he because he's close enough to get to you, he's going to say crossroads, and hope that you know what.
I mean, I remember the names of places I was at yesterday.
Yeah. Okay.
And I will run into the night. At
Okay.
100 feet per
Is it
per
night?
6 seconds.
No, it's like the middle of the day.
Oh, I will run
Yeah.
in.
A perfect time for a kidnapping.
Yeah.
Broad daylight.
Yeah.
And the thing is that like I think
Oh, I don't.
the thing to note is that since I like this is how I feel about it. It's like even though I only have technically 10 feet more movement than either of these two, like to me because of my like equine build, right? I imagine that I can sustain moving for long periods of time as opposed to like someone else who would like, get exhaustion from like trying to sprint for at 90 feet around.
Oh, it's all sprinters.
It's like trying to you can't Usain Bolt run, right?
Yeah.
For like
90 feet in 6 seconds is crazy.
yeah, that's really fast, but not for a horse. For a horse, not so much.
How much is a 100-yard dash?
That's not terribly fast. Like I just think of how long it takes to get from home to first base. That's 90 feet on a baseball field.
So 90 feet divided by 6 is 6, and it goes into 90,
No, it's hard.
10, 15 feet per second. So 1 sec.
So the current world's record for the 100-yard is just under 10 seconds.
Okay.
15 feet per second is 10 miles per hour. That's actually not.
Yeah,
that-
no.
Yeah.
it's not
Humans
very
can get up
fast.
to 15, I think.
Yeah. Well, Usain Bolt, I think, can get really high.
You know, Usain Bolt just got defeated. His work, one of his
Yeah,
records,
the
just got beat
average,
by a woman.
the average running speed from home to first base for a right-handed person is 4.3 seconds.
Interesting.
Why
Wait.
is it right-handed?
Because left-handed, you're closer to first base.
Fair. That's like a point. I guess. Yeah, I guess that's.
And you're
different.
also like, as you're swinging,
You got
like,
the momentum.
exactly.
Mhm.
Whereas righties get pulled towards third.
So yeah, I'm just bolting with them on my back. I assume
Okay.
the kid is like I assume I can hold one person on my back and the kid counts as like a quarter of a person or
and
something.
he is clinging on to his mom. Like
Mhm.
this kid is scared. He is keeping it together, but not very
Yeah. I
well.
thought you rolled the Black Panther.
No, I just did him.
And the
like-
best part is he knows very little about the situation.
No, I know.
He's like, I'm going with mom.
yeah. Oh no, the people that like allegedly killed like, or like he doesn't know. He just knows that like someone killed someone and like stuff is happening.
I
But
wish I
yeah.
had prepared.
I will say this is
Into
not how I thought
stone.
it would go, but this is how it went.
So yeah.
but-
Oh
We're
yeah.
bolting, leaving behind them,
Yep.
and we'll be going towards the crossroads.
Okay. Franz gets there first. Do you do anything?
To the
while-
crossroads?
Yeah.
Oh, Franz was running before you.
Yeah.
I have.
Oh,
I have, but I'm faster than Franz on a per round, and I can keep going for long periods
Let's
of
just
time.
say you got there at the same
I-
time.
Yeah.
I just like because I have 10 feet more
Yeah.
per second,
How
so
far
that would
away is
only
the cross-
take
How long is the crossroads?
I would say like it was a good 20-minute run. And people
Okay.
can run for 20 minutes, you know, that's
Okay,
like a
yeah,
5K, you know.
Yeah,
so.
but it is
Do
worth
I
noting
get a
that I would have caught up to him in a minute and a half
Okay.
because
I had already 180
It
feet.
doesn't matter.
Even-
Even at the same
We're
time.
good.
even if it's 180 feet, then it would be 3
I don't
minutes
wanna
because I
do
move
math.
10 feet per round faster than you.
Yeah.
I'm an English
Boy,
major.
girls, you're both pretty.
Thank you. It's not a big deal. It's not. I'm not trying to say like because I wouldn't even know I got there at the same time as Ron. He's invisible.
Nothing
He's-
about
well, I might have, well, do I hear a baby as I'm running
Yeah,
by
yeah,
towards
yeah.
the crossroads?
Yeah, give me 3 animal handling checks.
Nope.
How many luck points?
No, you said roll
Okay.
3. They're like ones above 10.
Okay. Yeah.
Baby
let's-
angry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give you, let's see. Oh wait, wrong one. Sorry, I need to find a
Ty's got a
D10.
great club. He's got spell slots.
Every time I just like throw out the
94.
dice, it's a natural 20. I hate it. I mean, like, there's a 20 there. This is cocked though.
Oh, it's right. You know, it's always.
I'm gonna get a
That's how it
fireball in my head, aren't
Oh.
I?
I don't know,
whoa,
we're gonna find
So
out.
weird.
Can I roll it?
Sure, let you roll it.
Okay, so how many D100s in there?
Oh, this one's fun though. Okay, I'm gonna show Morgan which 2 we get, and she's gonna decide which of the 2 is the
Okay.
effect.
So that's gonna be. Oh yeah, 70.
Okay, so this is the one I rolled for the baby,
Okay.
and a 70 would be.
The first one.
Okay. As you come to the crossroads, this tiny baby, you don't. Do you see it as it's invisible with you, or?
Yeah, because you have to. You
Okay.
feel it.
Yeah, I feel it. I don't
Okay.
see it.
It feels like you're carrying like a small man now. The other one that you rolled was you become invisible for a minute, which isn't fun.
You become invisible for
Yeah.
a
Oh,
minute.
thanks.
And after a minute, the baby goes back to normal size. But yeah, for a little while,
God. What was that?
your size increases by 1 size category for the next minute. So
That's so
you
funny.
ran a little bit slower.
Okay.
But then, and Tomas, he's huffing a little because he's running in full fucking plate armor.
Chink, 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 chink.
Yeah, no, it's hysterical. Like I always laugh at the mental image of Tomas running with his full plate armor, and he's kind of like hands on knees. And then I think what he does at that point is he just sits on the ground with his head in his hands.
Yeah. And so I look at him like, we gotta keep going. We can't stop. He can't see me.
Yeah, I know. He looks up, hears you, and he goes, "Where do we go?"
We're going to the Fey Folk. It's the only place we can be safe.
Listen,
Titus isn't there yet.
listen, like, I know where that is, and I'm just gonna, like, point out something. Like, I'm not too smart, but I'm really fast. And
Yeah, that I do agree with.
Yeah.
and
but-
we have to get these things, these people, like, out of here fast, right?
Yeah, we gotta
Because,
go.
like, that's what he
It
wants.
took us like 3 days to get from the Feywild here.
That's
right?
what
Or,
the
like, more
creepy
than
guy
that.
wants,
like
right?
2 days.
2 days.
The creepy guy
Um,
wants these people. He doesn't care about you guys.
No.
And
I could take these guys to the Feywilds real quick.
who?
All the 2 kids and the mom. The mom seems to like not be a slave anymore.
Yeah. What is she doing right now?
She is completely like shell shocked, like utterly,
Okay.
and she's not saying anything.
Mhm.
And she has the 1,000 like yard stare
Yep.
right now.
Mhm.
But when you say go to the forest, like Paul's like, I'm not going to the forest. There's like bears in there.
Don't worry, I killed lots of bears. You'll be fine.
He's an expert. She's an expert bear killer.
What did you do? What did you do to my dad? Is he okay?
Yeah, we didn't hurt him at all. I didn't even.
Why isn't he here right now?
It's really complicated, dude.
It's super
When we
complicated.
get to the Fey Forest, I will explain it very poorly.
I want to go back home. I don't want to go to the forest.
You can't go back home. He's hearing an invisible voice. Tell him.
But he grew up around magic. And then he'll go, well, the baby, they're magic. How are we gonna keep them from? Baby can't be outside.
That's why we're going to the Feywilds.
And I'm magic like that, so like I'm used to it. It'll be okay.
There's
Also-
nothing wrong with your brother. Sorry, there's nothing wrong with your sibling at all. That is just something our dad has been telling you.
Our dad.
Yeah, again, it's very
You
complicated.
guys, all the humans have the same dad.
Titus isn't here. He's just like slowly but surely. Like, I feel like he's just
I
walking.
think you're here at that point.
I feel like he's not
But
running. He's just
the more
walking
we wait-
nonchalantly.
He's gonna get here quick.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Thomas like said crosswords like out loud, like, and I knew where that is. So that other guy knows where this is. The creepy guy.
Tomas, we'll go. Can we find somewhere to hide for a little bit? I could call Wojtek, and then we could all be able to get on a steed.
I can run. You can hide.
Should we meet you at?
I've traded with those people you've talked about a few times.
Should
That's where you want me to go?
Should we meet you at
Yeah.
the Goat's Milk Inn?
No.
No, we're going. We gotta hightail it.
What goes looking is in Crossroads, I thought.
So the
Oh no, that's
Crossroads is
that's a
where-
different city. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're at the
you go,
we're at
you
the
go
fort.
north.
Goat Milk
You
Town.
go east.
Yeah.
You go north. You go west.
Yeah.
That's where we are. Or
So you're going south to like kind of like the unnamed village that's just like a small like passer through.
Mhm.
And then so it would be like a full day's journey to the Fey Forest from where you are right now.
And then who knows how long it's gonna take to get to the frickin' Fey folk in there.
Yeah.
Not so long.
is there a major city?
Do you know, like, I once heard a voice in my head. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Sometimes when the Fae want to talk to me, they're like, hey, there's a bear bothering us. Come kill it. And then I'm like, okay. And I go kill it. And then I wear it around my neck.
I'm aware of a spell like that, but I don't have it.
But
Prepared.
that means that you can communicate with me if I'm in the Fae Forest and you guys are, like, not in the forest yet, so I can help you get through the forest or whatever.
1 second. I'm just pulling up the map.
Because if
God, we sent so many memes.
all
here.
the memes.
So just to remind you, you are like at the north of this. Like there's a tiny lake, so you're like here.
Okay.
This is the Feywilds, a day's journey. The next major city would be the capital up here. There's a lot of large towns in between. The closest large town would be Maldir, which is to the east about a half a day.
Would have Titus gleaned this information? Would he have gotten a map from someone?
Yes. You
Okay.
would have seen, yeah.
I assume we were talking to people, so.
Yeah, the capital city is 3 days journey north on if you're taking like the major roads. This is a very well put together place. So like to travel that far in Taizhou would probably take 2 weeks, but 3 days if you take the road.
Do we want to go into the Feywilds, or do we want to go into a city?
Feywilds.
I mean, I don't know the city. That's the only thing. I know the Feywilds. I'm not opposed to whatever you guys decide. I think we just need to make a decision quick. Cause like that guy, he can do some weird stuff. I don't want him to do weird stuff to me. So I want to just keep moving. And I'm sure this kid's mom will be able to handle, the thing. And I can move fast, and I can move for really long periods of time with these people.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't know.
Why did we kidnap the child again? He seemed like he was going to take care of the child.
And Tomas will speak up for like the first time.
Titus is like, why did we? I'm so confused. Like, we wouldn't talk to the dad. He seemed like a nice
Our
guy.
dad was mind controlling them, all of them.
I thought he was only mind controlling the
No,
wife.
All of them.
no.
And then he erases their memory.
He probably was going to erase Paul's memory of what happened today.
They are constantly living a lie.
All right.
Just like
so,
circus animals.
Hmm?
Just like circus animals.
Yes.
Give me the
I wouldn't
baby,
want that.
Yep.
and I'll go.
And then we'll catch up from behind on Wojtek.
Is baby swaddled, or is like baby just baby?
I'm gonna give
It's
baby to
swaddled.
mom.
Okay.
So mom will have baby.
Mom
Actually, the
hold.
mom pushes it away.
You're just gonna have to hold it.
You have a-
Paul will go. I'll hold mine.
Okay. If
Do you have
any
proficiency in
trouble-
animal handling?
No,
If
but
you-
it's his
Paul,
sibling.
if you have any trouble, I can hold it sometimes too. I'm real strong. All right.
Yeah, Paul is going to. He has
So
because
it's like
he's
mom,
really bundled
and
up.
then, yeah.
So he's going to like put the baby like in his jacket and then still like hold it.
All right. Buckle your seatbelts, and we're off.
Okay. You're hauling ass to the Feywilds?
Yep.
Okay. Same thing. I think this time instead of doing Wojtek, it's going to be a giant elk just to accommodate the amount of people that are
I
on
don't
it.
think Steed can get
Or-
a giant elk because of the CR system.
You're right.
It has to be like CR
You
one
can
half.
get-
I
you
think
can-
you
you
get a
can-
war horse. I
You
think is
can
the
get an
best
elk.
steed
You
you
can
can
get
get.
an elk. It's just not a giant elk.
Right.
Yeah,
an
she's
elk.
thinking. She's literally thinking
No,
giant elk because
that's
that's
the-
an R
nope,
game
that is,
where
yeah.
a player has the little tough
Yeah.
balls of Gray's bag of tricks, which you can pull out a tough to fur and it will
See,
make
elk
an animal.
carrying capacity 5e.
I totally also think it was reasonable. We'll talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
What happened yesterday with the goblins and the giant elk?
Yeah.
Totally reasonable. You can't convince me otherwise.
Fun fact: I don't think Claire can summon Steed.
That stinks.
And I'm planning on moving. I'm planning on taking exhaustion
I
levels
think,
to get there as quick as possible.
Yeah, I think Tomas is going to have you two get on the steed, because I think it would only be able to carry 2.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll go, Franz, make me invisible, and I'll catch up.
Make him invisible.
Okay. So at least for the next hour. I will say, you'll get there at like night.
Into the Fey Forest?
Are we going
Like
to
at the edge. I will say
Okay.
you guys would have agreed upon a place at that point.
I'll keep moving
And,
into the forest.
Yeah, and you will all have a level of actually you two will not, but you will, and Tomas will have a level of exhaustion from just hauling ass all day to the Fey Forest. So it's nighttime. You are at the edge of the forest, but like kind of in there. You're but you're not like deep in there where you have to worry about like being happened upon by Fey creature.
Oh, I was gonna keep moving through the forest through the night.
Well,
I mean, I'm
what, do we
used to
have
the
any-
forest at all times.
Right.
Could we have like a
But for a
perception?
meeting place, I mean.
Oh,
You're
I
not
thought
gonna
we were
go to
meeting
the-
at the village.
Yeah, I thought we were meeting at Goat's Milk Inn. Was that
Oh,
not a
were
thing?
No,
Yeah.
my impression is that we're hauling all ass.
Okay. I don't want to overrule DM, but maybe have Franz roll perception to see if he sees anything hinky, like a mysterious dad coming to take his
Okay.
baby's back.
21.
You don't see anything.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Yep.
I'm a little paranoid.
No, it's fine. So how about this? It's at 4:24. I'm gonna say you all catch up.
Mhm.
How do you situate everyone? And we'll have like 5 minutes of mandatory role play, like you do. And we'll wrap it up.
Okay.
So
Once
wait,
we get,
we met at the village.
At the edge of the forest, from what?
like, we're all gonna go in the
Yeah.
Fey
Okay.
Forest.
That was
together.
not
Yeah.
Joy's plan, but for our sake,
I
I'll
thought
make
that-
that.
yeah.
The
I thought it
overall.
was that we
It makes sense.
are at the edge of the Fey Forest, and you can run into the Fey Forest and come back out.
Yeah.
And we can just hang out
Yeah.
by the Fey Forest.
So when we meet up, I'm going to then take the Untitled Baby Project from Paul. The Untitled Artificer Project.
Yeah.
And then,
That sounds like a podcast title.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a
Um,
podcast titled that.
And then I'm gonna look at Paul and I'm like, you don't know me, and that's fine. But you're gonna need to trust me.
Why?
Look at your mom.
Yeah, actually. Oh, he nat 20s that perception check.
Staring at the mother.
And he has you could tell that he doesn't want to acknowledge what he sees, but what he's seeing is like too big to ignore. And his shoulders are gonna kind of slump a little. And then what happened to her?
You're dead.
What do you mean?
You're not gonna like this. It's not gonna be easy. Your dad has been making it so you and your mom can't disobey him.
I went out into the woods without him letting me.
It's about crossing him. He allowed that to happen. If he didn't want you to do that, he could have stopped you.
So what are we?
Remember when we were going outside to talk and he told your mom to stay?
Yeah.
Why do you think he did that?
Well, when things are dangerous, I mean, you're all adventurers and strong. He doesn't want her to get hurt, so he wanted her to stay safe.
He wanted her to stay inside. Your mom didn't get a choice. He made that for her.
And he looks to his mom and he's gonna you could have said no, right, Mom? And the mom does not acknowledge him whatsoever.
Oh, I should go do healing magics on her.
Have you ever seen your mom like this before?
Do you have greater
And,
restoration?
No.
I have lesser restoration.
Well, you could try.
And just
I can-
insight check him.
You know, I can like.
Crit fail.
Okay, I mean.
I'm gonna
it's-
use a luck point.
Okay.
That's gonna be
Is that
18.
level 5?
Okay, yeah. He's
Yeah, it
lying
is.
with
So
that.
you
It's
can
once
get it
again
if
like
you
it's
fight
not
to
like
prepare for
he's
the next day.
trying to be like deceiving. He's more trying to deceive
I
himself
haven't
more than
actually
you.
prepared
just
thought
like-
that I didn't prepare.
And I'm just gonna go along with it for his
Greater
sake, and
restoration
I'm
is
like,
like the de facto
Yeah.
like cleric spell you'd put at the level 5.
This is what
slot
your
if you
mom is
needed to.
like.
That's what I would say.
when your dad's not around.
Shit.
Can I greater restoration her?
Yes, you can.
I have a spell slot open because.
Nice. Yeah, do it.
So I'm gonna go over and be like, "How's it going?" Boop. I'm gonna be like, "It's all right." Like pat on
Yeah.
the head.
She pulls from her stupor for a little. And we're gonna pause and go to here for a moment. She's still not making eye contact with you, but you can tell her that her face is a little bit clearer. And she's her gears are turning. And she goes, I want to leave.
We are
Do
leaving.
you want to leave the group, or did you want to leave the house?
Paul,
Both.
Thomas.
I don't want anything to do with anyone.
What about your children?
And she grimaces. Actually, you're with Paul right now. But would you ask that?
Yeah. I'll just
Okay.
be like, do you want to stay with your children? Or-
I don't want kids. I never did. I can't. I need to leave.
Well,
What's your name?
And she almost says, Jaina, because that's what she's been told for the past 10 years. And time to pull from the name list. I'm Gail.
I'm
Yeah, Jane is a better name.
like, I get it. I know what it feels like to have other people just tell you what you should be doing and then have to go do it.
Were you put under a spell for 10 years and forced to have two
I
children?
am a spell.
I am. You were just given the spell. I grew up in it. I am.
What do you do?
Well, you try to figure things out for yourself. It takes a lot of time. I always found painting helps.
Just a happy little tree.
And we're gonna take you. No, what I'm gonna say is, that guy, he's coming. Because he doesn't like to lose. That's what, I don't know much about him, but he's not happy. And I think we're taking you to a place where really he can't go. And you can choose not to stay there. But for right now, I think that sitting down right here tonight, painting a pretty picture,
A moose.
Fucking
and
art
then
therapy.
and then going
goose.
to the village in the forest, that's your best bet to get what you want.
Roll a persuasion check.
Can I aid in this persuasion check?
Yes.
How do I do that? Do I just...
What's your charisma mod?
My charisma mod
What's your
is
persuasion check mod?
+4.
Go ahead and I'll aid Titus.
Okay.
I'll just be like, yes. Yes.
Oh.
So does that give me
You have-
advantage?
Yep, advantage.
What is
10.
that? That's a 6.
So 10.
So 10!
10 is pretty
Yeah,
I did just less restore.
Yeah.
Or greater restore.
good. She's going to say, I appreciate what you do and I can't thank you enough. But the issue is I can't be with those children with them still seeing me as mom.
I think at this point Franz would come over.
we can
Yeah.
deal with this later. I would talk to the little one.
I'm gonna turn to Gail. Be like, you know what's really shitty?
A lot of things.
A lot of things. We all share something in common, though. It's because of that man we don't get a choice in this situation. These are your children.
Yeah, she's not...
Not jealous.
Let me put it this way. Where I'm from, and where the people we're going from are from, I don't even know what mom and dad means. You guys keep throwing these words around. I'm like, what? So they're not gonna care there that you're... I don't know what that means. Whatever it means.
If you abandon these kids, then you just become like him.
Oh, man. She is going to unarmed strike the shit out of you with that.
Oh!
Slap!
Oh, man. like, so she. I mean,
You're
That's
making
a
it
three.
worse, Franz. You're
That's a
making
three
it
on the
worse.
dice.
This is Franz.
We're
Of
trying
course
to
he
make
is.
it like
Yeah.
she can leave once the faith works.
yeah, she goes to like really wallop you, and she is not like she isn't a violent person, but you say that you compare her to her literal like rapist and abuser, and she goes to punch you, and you duck out of the way.
Yeah,
And
that
she's gonna
wasn't
go
a
again.
smooth one.
Like,
If Franz knows anything, he's just gonna let her punch
I'm gonna
her.
go
You're like,
ahead
yeah, you can
and-
punch me.
are you gonna let her punch you, or?
I mean, she can keep trying. I'm gonna keep like dodge. I'm holding a baby.
She don't care. She don't want
I know.
that kid.
I know.
Were you actually? I was holding the baby.
No, I took
Oh,
the
no,
Oh, you
baby
took me from Paul.
because
okay.
Paul was
yeah.
holding it.
Oh wait.
That
I was
would
holding
be
Paul, who was
a
holding the baby.
18.
Nope.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna say like,
Yeah, she's.
just hold
After the
on
third
a
one-
second.
After the third one, she stops.
Hold on a second.
Franz, you're like making this way worse. You're not good with people.
I'm terrible with people, but we're taking you somewhere safe. Somewhere where you won't have to deal with raising these kids if you don't want to, but you need to trust us. We're trying to get you someplace safe.
Like, here's the thing.
Right now, these kids are terrified. These kids are terrified, and they need their mom. And I know it's hard, and I know it sucks, but god damn it.
Now, Gail, don't listen to him. He's really mad. But I am not mad. I am happy. I'm
You're-
happy
I thought
you're
you
here
were
with
Joy.
us.
You are Joy.
Joy is my name. I'm happy you're here with us. And I'm happy that we can help. And I'm not too good at thinking ahead. But let me try for a sec. You decide to leave today here. We're by the forest. There's like one town nearby. That guy, he might be able to just find people. Wherever they are. You need
Yep.
to be. And so if like you go back to the nearest town and you try to start up a new life there, we can't guarantee that he's not just gonna find you and do what he's already done. And it's very likely, I think, because like I don't know about him, but I know people who know that magic.
She puts her hand up and interrupts you, like, you know, in the middle of that. And she'll go, I'll go, but I'm not their mom.
Yeah, that's okay. Here.
And
I'm gonna
she's
take her,
going
like-
to turn to Franz and go, and you're going to be the one to tell him that.
I mean, you need to understand one thing. He's deeply hurt us all. We're not enemies.
Titus is gonna
the
go
two
over-
people
What's up?
we haven't been deeply hurt.
Yup.
I mean, Titus has, but it's not present.
And she's going to start walking a little ways.
Yeah,
like, in
I
the
wanted to
direction,
lead her 20
but-
feet away, and I'm gonna chill out with her for the night, and I'm gonna give her painting supplies to paint.
Okay, she will. She needs something to keep her mind.
Titus is gonna
I'll-
go hang out with Paul and try to explain it in you know, circus elephant entertainer ways. Just more like, hey, you're in a weird place. We're taking you somewhere safe. Your mom's gonna be there. It's a little bit dicey right now. Just calm down for the sake of everyone. Everything's okay. Here,
Okay.
let me like play with you with my I'll like entertain you while I'm telling you these very traumatic things. And the baby, don't give a shit.
Can we actually do 5 minutes of role play? Like now that we're like sitting around the high fire and there's not
Yeah.
a goal.
I mean, I'm fine with going. I'm fine with foregoing because there's a lot of stuff going on right now. So.
So like we kind of get together, us three, and I guess Tomas. Like once everyone
Paul?
else is kind of asleep.
Or
Paul sleeping?
I'm thinking like
yeah.
once they're all asleep, so
Like,
it's
all
just kind of
the-
us, and there's not a goal to accomplish.
Yeah.
and you could say that Tomas, like you could choose whether or not you want Tomas in the conversation.
Tomas can be there.
I
Like,
imagine maybe Tomas is maybe taking care of Paul.
I know we did like the right thing today, but like I don't really feel good about it.
I'm still relatively confused, but also I'm okay with this. What's happened?
I mean,
It's like burning down the circus tent.
Oh, did you burn down the circus tent?
Let's not ask dicey questions.
Wait. Did she burn down a circus tent? Okay, I don't need an insight check. Good. I have a -3 on that one, and I seem to always roll a 2 on every single insight
Yes.
check.
Titus burned down the circus tent and saved all the animals and killed people.
I mean, we did what we had to do. I mean, what's gonna suck now is what's gonna happen with the Fae folk.
I mean, Fae's people are really nice. I'm a Fae person.
Yeah.
We left the meat there.
Yeah.
Fuck.
There's always more bears in the forest, so to speak.
But
Like Paul said, there's
now
always
I'll never
bears
know
in the
how that
forest.
thing tastes.
You know what?
It probably tasted a lot like chicken.
I'm never cooking anything ever again.
Really? Are you just upset? Are you saying? Do you mean that? Or are you really just upset right now?
I mean, I'm just saying, like, if I didn't stop to cook it, I would have eaten it already, and I wouldn't be hungry right now.
Okay. I mean. So yeah, he did hurt you then. He hurt you because he didn't. He rescinded the offer of staying for dinner.
But no, that guy was bad news. He's like really controlling.
He seemed like it. Like a circus master.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it. That's a good way of putting it.
So the Fae folk told you that they would exchange something if you brought them your brother.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're gonna give them a brother and a baby.
I don't know what to do.
Wait,
They
you had
might
to
give
deal
you a
with them?
wish.
You had to
I'm
deal
pretty
with
sure
them to do this?
Talked
No.
about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wanted me to bring them to him, but I declined. But it's the only place I can think of where.
Well, they might take you. We could teleport there and kill him. Circus masters don't deserve to live. I mean, yeah.
I
I love Titus.
Titus is like, kill circuses. It's fine. Everything's fine.
He doesn't deserve it. Easy.
Will he not just make another circus?
I mean, like, dude, you gotta think about it this way. Like, you go out and you find a dragon and you kill a dragon, it's gone. It doesn't really matter. It's up there in the sky.
I know, but I don't want to. I didn't think it'd be good to kill him in front of Paul.
But now if they're in the Fae Forest,
Well, that's why we're here.
well, that's not why we're here. We're here to save the children. Ish.
Yeah, but then we're exchanging one circus for another.
They seem to be fine at the Fae Forest.
I mean, they'd be fine, but they would be stuck with them.
They didn't say they'd be stuck with them.
Would be stuck with them.
Okay.
What if we, like, take the kids somewhere else?
I have a couple ideas.
Where are you from? Taijo?
I don't think that's a good idea with wild magic person.
Why?
We explained this. They would get destroyed and stabbed.
Yeah, but I know a pretty good
Or-
mom down south.
Whoa, that's radical.
Which one were you talking about?
The only mom Franz has.
I know. I was dreading it.
You
I
have a
was
lot of
dreading that.
contacts in Taijo capital.
You guys would have no idea that what he's referring to, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about Joe. I'm just imagining Joe, you going back with like.
It's like, congratulations, there's 3 of me now!
God, I'm already feeling bad for Joe.
Maybe.
We could bring them to the capital of
Gil?
Yeah.
Gyo. I'm the one with the map.
I don't. Given the power and the influence that the artificers have, and how precious,
But he was out in the middle of the forest.
right? But they have connections. I don't want to tap into that.
So Taijo? I mean, I could bring them to the forest where I was from, but they're like humans,
like-
and most of the other people are like other creatures.
I don't know what to do. I just know that the Fae folk can give us a direction, and they'll be safe.
Can we like not call them Fae folk? Cause like I keep getting confused when you say that.
Are they pixies? Fairies?
You've met them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do they call it? Fairies?
I'm a
Pixies?
Fae folk.
No,
That's why it's
they're,
confusing.
Yeah, no, I just call them Fae folk. They're just humanoid.
Were they
like,
Eladrin?
Kind of, but
I
not
kind of
terribly
thought
so.
they were like more pixie Eladrin.
I'm just using it because that's what Franz would say.
Yeah.
He would just know them as Fae folk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying that confuses the Fae folk you're talking to.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Which is it's a joke.
But
Why
they're
don't we
closest
call
to
them?
Eladrin.
We could call them pixies.
Okay.
I believe pixies are Fae folk.
So like
I don't actually know what pixies are, but I mean they sound cool.
I don't know about those Fae folk because like I mostly just like did stuff for them, but like, I mean like Fae folk can be circus masters too.
Well, we have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, if it turns into a circus, then burn it to the ground. But I mean, right now it's not a circus.
There will be no burning the circus to the ground. We're not. There.
I mean, we've already burned the circus to the ground, so to speak, with
Wait.
others.
You can talk to people who are far away, right?
Yes.
Could
We
you
established
talk
this.
to the Fae folk tomorrow? The pixies tomorrow.
I might be able to talk to Professor Nimsy. I don't remember his name.
Oh, Arthur?
Yeah, I don't know why I called him Nimsy. Like, Professor Nimsy!
Yeah, you can talk to Arthur.
Yeah. I can talk to Arthur. He's a professor of anthropology.
Maybe they can help us get there without having to kill a bunch of stuff. Because that kid doesn't seem to like violence very much.
I mean, I don't
He's a kid.
like violence very much either.
I like violence.
I know this.
But I worry just about like, I don't even know if we should stay here. Or we should keep moving through the forest tonight. Because like,
The sooner we get there, the better.
what if he like, what if he can find us? He seems to know a lot of stuff. And move really fast.
Yeah.
Like, I'm tired, but like, me at half speed is still as fast as a dwarf.
So are we doing moving through the Fae Forest tonight?
Franz is, yeah.
I feel like we should allow ourselves to sleep a little bit.
Take a short rest, you mean?
No,
We don't need to even sleep for that.
I need to sleep for spell slots. I don't have any of my higher spell slots. We could get into the Fae Forest. And
We're
try to
in the Fae
sleep.
Forest.
No, we're on the outside of the Fae Forest.
Oh, we're
I would
not.
say you traveled a little bit and
Oh, I
once
thought
you
we were
got
like
together.
quite on the edge.
It was just for
Wait,
meeting
wait.
purposes.
Wait. What about that dude we met?
What dude we met?
He was weird. He had doors. Remember I went through my first door. He made us climb stuff.
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
it was a lady.
No.
But was it a lady?
I don't know if it was a lady or
I
not.
thought it,
No, we're not.
dude is also a gender neutral pronoun.
That's true.
Yeah, that might be. You might intend it that way, but not everyone's going to receive it that way
If you
because
said
it comes from
guy,
a very
then it-
Thank
heavily
you for following
gender.
heterotic. I love it.
So like, what if like
Heterotic or
maybe that
Yeah.
guy
Dollar
could protect
signs.
us?
I just see
That's-
dollar sign.
Oh no, we got a follower.
Joey, let's
I love
start
that
walking.
username.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah. Alright, so what picture has
Mhm.
Gail painted?
All the names in the world, then you cannot.
I think she's just painting what she sees right now, like the trees.
You're pretty good at that, Gail.
Oh
that's really-
wait, that young pixie
Yeah,
lady.
actually she is.
Franz.
We're gonna.
Aylin.
We'll go ahead and have this conversation.
Oh, I'm sorry. Aylin, the young pixie Fraulein, Aylin, she took a liking to you. She could find us before we find her.
God, no. Today's already been hellish enough.
So, like, Gail, we're gonna keep moving because we don't know if that guy can find us here. So.
She's already packing up.
But you drew a really nice picture. Painted a really nice picture.
Thanks. She just passes it over to you.
The picture?
Yeah.
I mean, this is yours if you want it.
No, but thank you for letting me use your paints. And
Yeah,
she's
no problem.
screwing the
So.
lids on.
I'll take all of them onto my back and we can start moving.
Okay. Survival check.
It's a good thing
I
you're
am-
making it, not me.
I'm a level 1 exhaustion, so I have disadvantage.
Mhm.
But
I
just a
can-
reminder that I have the Wanderer feat from my background that makes it so I know this place very well.
Mm-hmm.
It's a natural 1.
I could do it if you want.
Sure, you can do it.
Yeah, like you start to see Joy having a real tough time.
16.
Okay.
Because I have +3 to survival.
Hey.
Okay, so I'm going to say that you travel through the forest. It is what's it called? Sunrise at that point. It is a full 2-day journey to get to the place that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So do you keep persisting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 2 exhaustion at this point?
Yep. So I'm only a little slower than the group
Yep.
because I still have 25 feet of movement.
Instead of just 50, which is so I'm like it's like I don't consider it to really slow down the group because it'd be like
Mm-hmm.
wow, Olive had 25 feet of movement, so it's like can you really consider that to be slowing down the group
Yep.
at that point?
Yeah. Even though people are on Void Tech, you now are at level 1 exhaustion. So who wants to actually? I think Tomas, he still has some, so he's gonna use Lesso Resto.
That doesn't remove exhaustion. Only Greater Resto does.
He's not blowing that spell slot.
He doesn't have a 5th level, does he?
No, he
No, he
doesn't.
doesn't.
Cleric, I just got my 5th
No,
level spell
no,
slot.
that's
Yeah.
I forgot. Revivify was the one I was thinking
Oh.
of for some reason.
Well, just
that's
kill
his
me
new
quick.
one. Yeah. But yeah.
I do have Revivify.
Yeah.
That just brings someone back to life. It doesn't.
Yeah. I was just thinking of the exciting new paladin spells that we got.
3rd level, yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean you get Spirit Guardian?
Hey,
He does not. Another survival check to get
I'll help
you
you.
through.
I'll help you do this, but and I know this place pretty well. But can you do? I'm sorry. I've been really tired. I've been running for a long time, so I'm gonna aid. And so you're not disadvantaged.
Sova's helping you.
Yeah.
Because you would have disadvantage because you're level 1 exhaustion.
No, it's a straight roll.
Can I see? I'm gonna look at just really quickly.
Oh, we could aid Soba. She does not exhausted. Soba's the only one that could have an advantage, an actual advantage. on
Actually,
this
yeah,
shit.
you could use Sova.
I'm gonna do that.
Soba is gonna.
Good thing for advantage. 19.
Okay. I'm going to say that between the Displacer kittens and you, the Fae are less involved with you right now, because before you were going at an average speed, but you are all hauling ass, and anything that sees you kind of doesn't think that you're worth the trouble.
I mean, there's a giant centaur who kills everything else in the forest.
Right, but you got
Your
lot
reputation
of trouble.
precedes you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you caught a lot of trouble in the Fey Forest before, but this time you were able to make it back to that bubble that you remember seeing. And
Hold on,
before
let me talk to these people. I'm really good at it. I'm one of them. Now she's
Are
just
you-
so out of it.
uh-huh.
And I'm just
She's
like,
like-
I'm
she's
just
You're
like,
at level 3. You're at level 2.
so I'm just like, cool. And we're just
So
gonna
it's
walk
the boss?
inside.
I think level 3 is disadvantage on all attacks and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not in a good shape.
No.
Who went in?
So you're going in ahead of everyone?
Yeah.
I'll go with Titus. Will go with Centaur. Titus is like, I can also talk well.
Okay,
I
good.
think maybe.
God, and you're making me pull up the names of everyone.
There was-
Yeah, you think we're going to go back here, eh?
No, I didn't.
We're full of
There you
surprises.
go. I wish I had made notes for myself on who everyone was.
There was Aelin.
Yup.
And then there was
I
whoever
think
the anthropologist was.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't have the names, but that's okay.
Let's say the guard was a meal.
Oh no, actually, I remember where. So you go to the elder. I know where I saved these names.
Yeah, we're going to the elder.
Okay.
Going to
And
the
then
elder.
what?
Hey.
Can
And
we sleep for the night and then talk tomorrow? Go,
Sure.
you give us shelter.
Always.
And I
You
point
guys
to the
kinda owe
baby
me.
and I say, we have a lot we need to talk about.
Of course. And she lights up when she sees
Small child.
yes, and she's able to tell whose child that is. And we'll stop there.
Let's
Unless-
go.
Unless you want
sleep.
to do like
Or the
yeah.
pink frog's still there. Perception.
Mhm.
Pink frog's still there.
Yes. Some of them are.
Yeah, I just see a pink frog. I'm like,
Yeah, so do you want to finish out the last 5 minutes with kind of like what everyone does to go to bed, or do we want to talk for 5 minutes?
We can talk for 5
let's
Okay.
reflect on what your original plan was.
Yeah, what did you think was? Because I know we talked beforehand, like you had no idea what was going to
I
happen.
had no idea what was going to happen. I was like a part of me. So here, I'll tell you what I had planned, because I don't feel like you're gonna go back to that place necessarily.
Go on.
You shouldn't say it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say, but pretty much what I thought would happen was either you were all going to find a way to like stop him from being able to teleport, like you would have like stunned him or done something.
Cursed.
Yeah. So I know. So I thought you were going to do something that would make him unable to do his bug out plan, and then he would have been dead. Or I thought that you would like kind of go back to like an inn or something to figure out how you're going to kill him once, like to sneak up on him essentially, not so much that he would get away. So that was fun, because I didn't want to have Tomas like involved all that much, because I think that it would make not for good gameplay. But I wasn't like originally I was gonna have him kind of push for you all to leave, because he was like he the character was scared seeing how mind controlled everyone was, and him being mind controlled for most of his life, did not want to be a part of that, so he would have needed time to
okay. I didn't know.
recoup and get himself ready. But so I thought that it would be either one of those things. You would stay in the town a little bit longer, or
Nope, we're stealing babies.
yeah. I had a feeling that you would end up with the children somehow, but not that way. Yeah.
Now we're back at the orphanage. I mean, Fae Forest.
Yo, I am.
Heidi doesn't like circuses as much as you don't like circuses.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
Oh
but-
boy.
So what are everyone's thoughts now?
It's gonna
I'm
get.
so tired. I want to go home and sleep.
Yeah. I think I have level 2 exhaustion. It's
so
like
you
an IRL.
I have to go to a movie with my wife.
A movie.
We're gonna go see Parasite, I think.
Ooh, nice. I need to go see Parasite. I hope it's fun. Yeah, this was
Maybe I'll
fun.
convince her that
Thank
we
you
can
for
just go
this.
home and
Yeah.
This was a lot of fun.
I was
I'm
actually
glad-
curious
I'm-
because this was a very Corey, centered one.
I'm glad that I could like insert questions about backstory, because I don't know anything about backstory. Neither does Titus. So Titus like, wait, so like, you seem okay. Like, are you gonna do with the baby? Like, I'm getting weird vibes from you, but I also don't know you.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, I don't know what to do. And then like how Thomas Jr. Sr. is like, shut up, and I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joy would not have actually done much of anything, because Joy has very few values. But one of those values is like freedom. And like, being like wild, and like seeing him command her to stay and realizing what was going on. That was her like, oh, this isn't good. Like, and then like when she saw Franz like bolting, she was like, we save these people. That's what
Okay.
we do. Because like she's like so fresh to the world. It's like to her it's just like, okay, like I understand this is bad, so I guess this is what we do to fix it. And so
And I'm curious for like Corey / Franz, how did you expect this to go versus how it went?
I don't know, because Franz / Corey has no idea, except for the hints and the breadcrumbs we've established, like, who this man was.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I thought, like, is he, like, gonna be, like, it's gonna be one of those things where he's, like, completely redeemed and he just found a way to, like, build a new life.
I
And,
thought
like,
that's what it was gonna be.
like, I thought, like,
Yeah.
that, and, like, how was Franz gonna react to that? And actually, I think it's because of, like, this, like, he's just an asshole with a fresh coat of paint. Like, it made Franz, like, deeply sympathetic. Because he saw himself there. He didn't, like, see himself in Paul at all leading up to this. But then he did. And so, yeah, then it became very much just like, no, like, the priority here isn't to kill the father or anything. It's to get these people out.
Which is a
then-
cool turn. Sorry, go ahead.
It was a good moment for Franz. It felt good. He felt, maybe grew up a little bit. Who knows? But I'm really excited for next week now because this, like, Franz has put himself in a very weird position that he's not comfortable with. He doesn't like that this is the predicament he's in.
It's like, all I want to do was go kill my dad and, like, hang out and, like, be
Pretty-
fulfilled.
pretty
And now
much.
I got kids.
And now I got fucking kids. I entered this forest with nothing, and now I have fucking cats and
Yeah.
kids.
I know it wasn't within probably the realm of possibility, but I did it when he was like, "What does it take for me to like get you to leave?" I was interested in finding out what he would give
I
us.
know.
Like I was like, "Can
'Cause
we
he was
like
ready.
haggle with him to like get shit? Like that'd be cool." But I knew that wasn't really like that wouldn't have sat good with Joy because she doesn't
No.
care about things
Yeah, and then, like,
unless they can smash.
Corey's just like, ooh, I could get some cool shit. But Franz just like, no, I don't want anything from you. Like, this is not why I'm
You're
here.
tainted.
But I was hoping that he would just be like super nice. Like I was just hoping that he'd be like, yeah, like he's like the nicest guy ever, and like we all are like, whoa, and like the people aren't being mind controlled, and he's like really just like,
Like, he built a nice life. He comes off, he's just like, yeah, I did
I mean,
you
he
dirty.
built a nice life for himself.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure his life is perfect.
It was great before he came home.
I was
Like,
he
the-
controlling all
pure-
the villagers.
The pure ire of...
Yeah, is he controlling the village? Fuck.
I would say...
That's why I wanted you to stay in the village.
No, this is... I like this route because it feels... I don't know, I like this, like, moral quandary with Franz because he's now kind of, like, forced to really deal with that issue he kind of left behind. Like, when he was talking to the elders, he was wishy-washy, he was uncertain, he thought he knew what he wanted, but he didn't know how to commit to it, and now he has to face that choice in a real substantial way. Yeah.
Nice.
So that's, yeah, Franz is in a... He's gonna have to steal some of Tomas's pants, because he's gotta wear the big boy pants now!
Nice. All right, it's 5:01. I
Yeah.
can't wait for next week.
Oh god, yeah.
I'm so excited.